me actually put on different music. Hello, and welcome back for the final time to Sagas of the Sunless Reach, the Riddle of Rule, Part 7, the Revolution in Rule. I am your game master, Zachary Frederickson, joined today in this momentous occasion by my friends. And those friends are as follows. Bitmap Prager.
Hello, I am Bitmap, pronouns she, her, and I make comics and art such as the character art you see here in the upcoming Comic Mountain. Today I will be playing your mean mom, who is less mean than before, only to you.
I am joined by my friend Cory.
Hi, I'm Cory. I use he, him pronouns. You can find me on Twitter at Endless Musings, and I am planning to crack the sky again, but in a smaller form.
I am joined by my friend Jade.
Hello, I'm Jade. You can find me on Twitter at Jade.Rose. I use they, them pronouns. And today, sadly, possibly for the last time, I am playing ORIN NÄTTSKU, the barbarian / field medic / newly leveled into cleric. Let's see what that means.
Very exciting. And finally, last but certainly not least, I am joined by my friend Mab.
Hi, I'm Mab. You can find me on Twitter, Tumblr, and Patreon at Little Lady Mab. I use she, her pronouns, and today I'll be playing ELŻBIETA WRONA, who is trying not to have a crisis about her identity in the middle of an upcoming battle.
Important.
Yeah, so it's gonna be, it's great. Watch her breakdown live on stream.
And as I said before, I'm Zachary Frederickson. You can find me on Twitter at OffSkinAGod. You can find the music I do at IamBugBraid.bandcamp.com. I think I forgot to have everybody say that, but that's fine because we'll do it at the end. So you just need to wait until then.
Well.
So we have returned to the parish of Rule, to the small town of Crossroads in the center of the parish, in the southern reaches of the night-shrouded land known as Tarandaur, eternally in the grip of the so-called heroes, the dynasty of the Errls. There's a lot that's been going on. There's a lot that is going on now, still, as people wrap strips of leather over the shafts of their pitchforks, sharpen tines, sharpen blades, oil stolen muskets, rev up stolen vehicles, and turn their gaze to that lonely big house on the hill where the vampire Aldrich Errol broods in the face of his failure. But before we get into what happens next, let's talk about what happened last time. And, if we have the time, what happened even before then.
So, you're probably wondering how the four of us got here. Well, it started with a letter from our good friend Alexei Vital, summoning us to his cabin in the woods. And you know that you're in for a rough time when someone asks you to come to a cabin in the woods. We found the place ransacked, and soon set aflame with us still inside by a right old piece of shite. But we dealt with him in due course. What you have to understand is shit's been weird in Rule for a while, and Alexei was the one investigating because he had his suspicions about the Errls and had been working, in fact, with a local militia group known as the Rams. They're our friends now too. As I said, it's a bit of a long story. I'll get up to the most recent events because what it boiled down to is the Errls, so-called heroes of Tarandaur, defeaters of, Gabriel Gold. The reason why they made no attempts to get rid of the clouds in the sky is because, well, they're fucking vampires and all. And so it behooves them to keep things that way. And Aldrich Earl in particular has been taking the best and brightest of the village and doing all kinds of experiments on them, creating soldiers, who knows, and then lying to the people of the town about their children, their family members being off in exciting places, doing good works. So it all came to a head. We decided the people had to know. So we built a machine. I say we. APRICUS built a machine with help. The rest of us prepared, and we headed into Crossroads. A machine by our sides that could tear a hole in the clouds. Aldrich Earl was having his meeting in town, as he's wont to do. ELŽBIETA and myself went in, noticed a unpleasantly familiar face alongside Aldrich, but we still had a plan. ELŽBIETA was going to get close, see if she could get up to the manor. And then, of course, when KSANA showed up, the Lucre Bogdanov, all kinds of alchemy wizardry, immediately felt the need to throw down, as he might. Aldrich seized hold of my good friend ELŽBIETA, and that was all the signal they needed outside to kick off the machine, and opened a hole in the clouds, and sun shone down on Ruel for the first time in centuries. Needless to say, Mr. Earl was not impressed, and once he was confronted with the fruit of our labours, promptly disappeared in the mist and left us fighting, but not after declaring that his hound dog killed all the members of the town present at the meeting. So we put him down pretty fast, and that's where we find ourselves, in league with the Rams and a local druid, equipping the people of the town ready to go kick a vampire's teeth in and free the people he's got prisoner there. Here's hoping it goes well.
Here's hoping it goes well. Yes.
Not exactly inspiring words for revolution, I'd say.
Oh, yeah.
That's KSANA's job, not Orin's.
Oh, let's go tip them over.
Mm-hmm. So you all have been, you've been preparing. It's been about a day since Aldrich Earl fled, showing his true colors to the people of Ruel, and in the depths of their despondency, you were able to ignite within them the light of hope. But hope alone does not change the world. What you need is action. And so, with cobbled together weapons built from farming implements, stolen muskets, and scavenged clockworks, you prepare to march up the hilly landscape of eastern Ruel, straight up to that bastard's house. How are you all doing?
Well, I mean, that is a question, because he invited me over to his house if I wanted to talk, so I could just go talk.
Yeah,
tea and crumpets. Yeah. So I think that definitely ELŽBIETA goes like, well, I mean, I could just walk up there. He gave me an invitation.
I thought it was supposed to work the other way.
I don't know what I
around
would do with that, but I could.
I think Soren is very, adamant that is a bad idea.
Yeah,
Because
he's not the only one.
If you go alone, well, then it would be you against all the army that he's got built up there. If we all go together, we'll at least be slugging it out to the right scale.
But if I go up there and then I can get a glimpse of what he has, it's not like I have to stay up there unless I mean...
I think that's a bit risky.
Sometimes risks have to be taken.
Yes, like bringing our army to his doorstep.
That's not a
And-
risk. That's
It is. People will die.
Aye. People will die.
I
What?
say, all things considered, I did happen to see how he was manhandling you on your way out of the bar. I don't think that's a good fight to take twice.
yeah. You know, I guess it would have been fine if I thought it could have remained civil the entire time, but
He gave up the option for civility when he told Bogdanov to kill all those innocent people.
that's true.
Well then.
Also,
Sure.
when he did all this experimentation on many of the people here,
This is sort
And-
of an original sin there, yeah.
created a culture of fear.
Certainly benefited from it. And Alexei Vital, still scrawny, still kind of pale.
He hasn't
and
buffed up in 2 days? Like,
No,
we're not
no,
going to the Alexei gun show?
Still very frail, but in better clothes now. In at least like his real outfit rather than the rags that he was stuck in that dungeon with. Kind of claps his hands. Well, all right then. It's war. We're going to do war at. You're going to do war at them. I'm old.
Surely you have a stratagem for us, Professor? Something that shows the might of Coronant? Or Dawnbringer?
Yes. Yes. I had been thinking for quite some time. And he. What is it that he contributes to this? Oh, he brings out the Daybreak, the Cloudbreak device, and it has now been mounted on Aldrich Errol's clockwork carriage. This might help. Well, I also put some turrets on it. And you see that a couple of Stat Jack and Happy Jim are on the back of the steam wagon, each of them with a Gatling gun. The hand-cranked kind, of course.
They're going, yeah.
Now, I do like the value of breaking open the sky, but hails of lead are also pretty good.
I thought you might enjoy that.
Truly, we do control the weather.
Yes, whether it's a storm of lead or the sky opening up, it's time to rain down justice. Are there any last minute conversations or moments you want to have before we get into one of the things I wrote for this adventure?
Let's do this.
I'm ready. I'm more ready than I've been in weeks.
I think KSANA is just extremely busy rallying people up for the fight.
Yeah.
I don't think she sleeps for in the between, except to mechanically get her spells back.
There.
Yeah, I think ELżBIETA will do some scouting around the area, but that's about it. And I know
Yeah,
it's kind of just low key.
Orin-
things.
I know.
Oh no!
that,
Do
Jade?
we get a frozen Jade?
Jade blipped for a second.
Yeah, my connection's a little bit wobbly, but it looks like it's stabilizing.
Nice.
Orange just been making sure medical supplies are all together, that they have what they need, and also praying a little bit out of earshot of KSANA. I wanted to I just don't want to make this weirder than it already is for you. sort of vibe.
Fair.
You see them sort of like, as they walk around, sort of like tracing their thumb across the engravings on the shaft of their side that were not there before the fight outside the inn. So, that's cool.
And for APRICUS's part, besides the usual preparations of spells and such, every so often you see him like flexing his gloved hand and just sort of looking at it in anticipation.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, speaking of exciting things that we all have, did anything happen with ELŽBIETA's thing that she was quick to hide away
She revealed the
when
surprise.
everybody else's was leveling up?
I mean, part of it is that I guess a lot of people inside didn't hear the conversation. A lot of people didn't hear the conversation between them, between her and Errol, so might not know the familial connection. But now her friendship bracelet has turned into a little locket that has the Errol family crest on it. So that's something that she is constantly taking out and playing with, but then also keeping away, because she's like, I actually don't know how many people have put that together, but also I don't want to be reminded about it. So you'll see her like fidgeting with something constantly and then putting it back away. But hasn't actually put it on as a necklace.
Yeah, fair.
I don't really want to run around going, look, I've got the Errol family crest in my pocket.
Look who I'm related to.
Look who I'm related to. You might not have been able to tell by the hair color, but now it's 100% true. Also, like, the conversation as far as her being a Dampier was limited to her party and to Soren. So that's also something she's still not advertising.
Fair.
Yeah, so like maybe Soren and Orin have figured it out.
Have like 100% had it confirmed. KSANA was having a really big emotional moment. I don't know how much of that clicked for her. And then APRICUS, I have no idea what his thought process is when ELŽBIETA all but said that she was a Dampier, or at least one of those children who had been affected by the Errol's experimentations. But her specific issue and then the family connection are still on the DL.
Mhm.
Very good. All the more reason to fight. Is essentially the essence of it in this sort of half-manic state that APRICUS finds himself in.
Oh boy, APRICUS fired up. So yeah, with that, you all lead your force across the river, across the bridge, and you see as you go the bulk of people just streaming out from the Errol's mansion. Guardsmen by the dozen, moving and in lockstep formation. Some vampiric.
Oh god, it's
some
so
not.
big.
But an
Oh.
army stands before you and rule.
It's just one
But
big man.
thankfully, you have an army too. Yeah.
Oh look.
And for this, I will now introduce us all and direct you all to open up Zachary Frederickson's Duct Tape and Bubblegum Mass Battle Subsystem version 0.01. And I'll actually put this in the chat if anybody wants to read along.
Nice.
It's extremely, extremely rusty. I wrote this last night at 10:30 p.m. and I hope it works.
Channeling some big APRICUS the Luminary.
Yeah.
I
Cramming before
I
the
have
test.
great confidence, especially because it follows the victory point system, which we know works.
We do know it works. So basically, the way this works, and let me turn on our battle song. Each side has a number of rally points. You have 15. You don't know what they have just yet. Your job is to deplete the opposing team's rally points before losing all of yours. You have a number of activities that deplete their rally points and or protect or replenish your own. The opposing force will automatically deplete a number of rally points equal to their aggression rating each round. Aggression rating is your rally points divided by 5. So you have 15 rally points, which means you have 3 aggression, which means your base unit of damage is 3, but you'll be able to do more. Oh, Jesus.
Same. Cheers. Cheers, bro.
Can we get a little bit of text on this map that has the numbers?
What text? What do you mean?
I'm gonna just add some text with our values and such.
We've got them.
Okay.
15 and
That's the little
Three?
They're the bars on.
Oh,
Lemio hot man.
See, I did not see the health bars.
They're pretty small. Someone just deleted Orin. Anyway,
Oh, so Orin disappeared.
Orin
That's me
ceases
and
to
my
exist.
fault.
Hi, Orin.
Bye,
in
Orin.
this version of the system, there are 4 major
Fine.
actions, each of which has 3 major skills associated with it. They are lead the charge, rally the troops, tend the wounded, and read the battlefield. You can do them in any order except for lead the charge, which always ends each round of combat. Each round of battle lasts about 15 minutes, which means that any spell you cast to affect things needs to be on that timescale rather than an encounter timescale. Yeah. So that's the whole kind of deal. Unless I'm missing anything. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
So with that established, let's get into battle.
Hell yeah.
As the troops stream out from Aldrich Errol's estate and block your path, like just coming up from the hills as you approach, who would like to get us started?
I will rally the troops.
Hell yeah.
All right. So to rally the troops, it's a DC 22 check for this level. The major skills for that are diplomacy, intimidation, and performance. The point of rally the troops is to insulate your side from rally point depletion. The better, inspired they are, the less damage they take. So, KSANA, what do we see? Are you on a horse? Are you on foot? We've got some mounted people at this point.
KSANA on a horse would be baller.
Yeah, I guess she is trained in nature. She can ride a horse. She is able to command an animal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's on a horse. She has cast a great amount of light on herself, is holding up a gift given in good faith, the guy's arm into the sky, and is shouting while moving back and forth along the line. And I think she, in her other hand, has the banner She has 2 banners. On one side, it is the People's Crusade, and on the other side, it is the Rams.
Hell yeah.
And she's shouting, this is the day that you take back your independence, that you uncloud the sky from those who have darkened it, that you take control of your own faith and no longer live under the oppression of a vampire. And just rushing back and forth, giving dramatic speech energy.
Hell yeah. Give us your check. That can be diplomacy. I think, what is it? Diplomacy, intimidation, or performance, depending on the tenor of your thing.
It's definitely diplomacy, I think.
That would make sense. That is
I spend a
one.
hero point.
Spend a hero
God
point.
damn.
That's a good idea.
Ooh.
Oh. Hell yeah,
There you go.
There we go.
Because that's a
my
critical
mom.
success. The epic highs and lows of fighting a vampire war. Fantastic. So that is a critical success, which means that regardless of the result of lead the charge, this round there will be no damage dealt to the forces of rule.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Incredible.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Does anybody else have any?
I would
Yeah.
like to read the battlefield, please.
Cool. And I did say that only one person could do one thing, but looking at it now, because nobody's wounded yet, and so that you wouldn't be able to do that, I would say that read the battlefield is probably the one that you could that you can do multiple times, applying a bonus up to +4.
Nice. Now,
Read the battlefield. It gives a bonus to the charge as you figure out the kind of angles with which to move your forces.
I can do it at stealth, but do any of my currently 6 lores help me with this?
Yeah, this is a vampire army.
Nice.
Yeah, because I was gonna say like we could use vampire or
or society. Any humanoid, like sapient humanoid group is society.
I'm hiding behind 6 lores. Anyway, here comes
we live in a society.
here comes the vampire roll. Wow.
Oh my God.
Okay, I'm also
What
hero
the
pointing that.
fuck? Roll 20!
Roll 20.
Incredible.
Quantum.
And there's a 30, which is very funny because using a lore instead of a base skill decreases the DC by 2, which makes that also a critical success.
Woo.
So we just have 2 nat ones and 2 crits with a hero point. So take that, anybody who thinks the hero points don't do anything.
I apologize.
This
to
is
the audience
confirmation bias.
for my bird squawk.
So you're going to confer a +2 circumstance bonus to your allies' roll to lead the charge. Unless you're a master in the skill you rolled, which I don't believe you.
I'm not, unfortunately.
Cool. Fantastic. Yeah, so what is it that your vampire... What is it that you're, like, getting from this?
So APRICUS is seated in the stolen engine. He would have himself hung up a banner of the unshrouded sun behind it because, I mean, it's got the
Absolutely.
in there, so it's only appropriate. So he's peering forward through like his goggles and a pair of binoculars at the same time, naturally, and just finding particular weaknesses in the formation, while also just getting ready for revving up that device.
Yeah, one thing that you realize is a lot of them are vampires and thus have much less of the self-preservation instinct that a mortal does. So you're like, oh, they're super easy to bait out into a pincer.
Pin them down.
Yes. Though as you're doing this, Sad Jack is spinning up his Gatling gun, and he looks at the banner of the uncrowded sun behind you, and the double-sided banner that KSANA is waving over there, and he says, "Don't you worry, we might be using too much messaging at once. Maybe like a slick and clean single graphic."
It's okay. Graphic design is their passion.
This is hardly the time to talk about marketing.
I just haven't started shooting yet. I'm just thinking about it.
He's using too many brain cells right now.
I need them shoot. Cool. Fantastic. ELżBIETA or ORIN, what are you guys doing?
Well, I mean, I could stealth to read the battlefield. I feel like it won't be as useful as either of those two, but it's something.
Sure. I mean, somebody needs to lead the charge.
ORIN, you or me? I mean,
I'm gonna lead the first charge for sure.
Okay, yeah, because I was just like, I could do it. I like the idea of acrobating my way through the charge. But also right now, I think it's a good idea to at least set it up to read the battlefield a little bit more.
Cool.
Fingers crossed. Let's see how this goes. Epic highs and lows of quantum rolling. I got a standard.
That's a
Good
standard
point.
success. That increases the circumstance bonus that Orin will get to a +3. Orin, it's your turn. It's time to lead the charge.
All right.
And so Elżbieta, that's stealth. So you're just like sneaking out of the battlefield, like doing scouting.
Yeah, doing recon, figuring out where like particular pockets are, where leaders might be held up, where stuff might be held if we wanted to, theoretically raid the camp or whatever.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Yeah, they're probably setting up little like fortification bunkers up the hills, like to give themselves like hard cover to rain down hell upon from which. Fantastic. And then Orin.
All right. I'll roll this first and then maybe put some narrative flavor on top.
Drum roll.
I will re-roll that because that's embarrassing more than anything else.
Just an actual 4.
Yeah.
So lead the charge is used to determine how many rally points you're going to deplete and how many that you'll be insulating yourself from. So that is a 23. That is plus. Is that including the +3?
Yeah,
What?
That's
Really?
including the +3.
Yeah.
Because that's a 17 plus 6. Because my normal bonus is 14.
God damn.
Rough. Well, that's fine because you have insulated yourself against damage, but unfortunately, a 23 does not succeed against the DC 24 for lead the charge, which means that you are going to deal light RP damage, which is half your rally added, half your aggression added up, run it up, which means you're going to deal 2 damage, which is that much. Chipping away. Yeah, it's not a very.
Jesus Christ!
First
It's so
skirmish.
tiny.
There's more of them than you.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Don't
Okay,
worry.
now I can actually see where the bar actually starts. Maybe I'm zoomed in at 150%. It looks bigger when you do it this way. Look at how much more damage we've done when you're zoomed in at 2.
Yeah, but thankfully, because of that crit on the rally, your troops are so like just pumped to get in there, but also smart. They pull back just as soon as the enemy like advances, and you don't lose anybody to this skirmish. They don't do a lot of damage, but they're very cautious by doing so. And you have dealt 2 damage to them and have taken none. And the round begins again. 15 minutes have passed, and we have refreshed our battle action.
Yay.
Yay.
Okay.
Unless someone else is looking to rally, KSANA is going to continue doing so.
No, ELżBIETA is good like one-on-one, not with big crowds.
Fair.
Yeah. No, by all means, have that.
You just look so cool doing it.
You do.
It's a cool horse.
Yeah, KSANA's on the horse, like, in the middle, and the way in which, she is rallying them by, like, she's still screaming, she's, getting up in it to, keep everyone, motivated. If possible, she would have taken the new cantrip bullhorn, and swapped out of one so that her voice could be very loud.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
great.
so she's heard from everywhere.
Secrets of Magic is out, so that's very exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, so everyone within like 1,000 feet can hear her very clearly. She's in like the center of the group, like pushing forward. She's part of the charge. She's not leading it, but she is shouting, screaming, getting everyone riled up, saying, We can all do this. We have to work together. She is leading through example to prove that it can be done. But she's not leading the charge. She's figureheading the charge.
Hell yeah. Cool. Give us that rally.
All right. I spend my last year.
Okay. Sounds good. That's a bit better. That is a normal success, which means that you're going to take RP damage of 1 degree lighter than the one rolled for lead the charge. So, fingers crossed. Not quite as massively triumphant as the first one, but still feeling a lot of hope and passion from the people of Rule as they stab forth with their pitchforks and sharpen stakes. Cool. Who is reading the battlefield? Are we doing the same format as last time?
I think so. Unless Elizabeth has something different to do.
No, because we don't really have to actually tend to wounded right now, so that frees up ORIN, unless ORIN wants me to lead the charge this time.
If you want to, please.
I can also tend the wounded. I have enough fire and staples for everyone.
And I have survival and stealth to contribute to read the battlefield if need be. So what do you want to do? If you want to read the battlefield again, by all means.
Yes.
Sorry. APRICUS, go first.
All right.
I'm gonna think this
APRICUS,
through.
the voluntold.
It's 27, which is a full success. Increase getting a +1 to that lead the charge. Still just keeping an eye on things, watching as they develop. These are definitely vampire spawn and not true vampires. They're nowhere near strong enough to be true vampires.
Yeah, now that we've had contact with them for the first time and we've actually engaged in arms, it's easier to fill out and build some sort of strategic plan.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Great. ORIN, what are you feeling? How are you feeling?
I mean, my odds are better with lead the charge, but also, you saw how bad I rolled that first round.
I'm a 13 on both, so...
How about it? I got a 10. I have a 11 to stealth and a 10 to survival. So.
Okay, I'll go ahead and I'll stealth it up again. I mean, yeah, I don't think it'll get... I think I'm going to hold on to that just in case.
That's fair.
Okay. Which means that the charge only gets a +1.
Alrighty.
Ooh.
There you go.
So that's 26, which means you are going to, that's a success, you deal normal damage and take light damage because of that successful thing. So you're going to deal 3, boom, taking this down to its, from 1 aggression to the next lower aggression. Oops. You've depleted a fifth of the life bar, and thus their aggression has been reduced, which is great because you're going to take light damage as you crash in. You do another big charge, a pincer. You trample some vampires underneath wheels and feet, but then a couple of villagers get grabbed and pulled down. As you're going to take light damage, which means you take 2 points of damage.
Okay.
Duly noted.
That is the charge. 15 minutes. Your group recuperates, regroups, and the battle continues apace.
All right. Orin's gonna fall back and tend to the wounded. Success. So we regain 3.
You would regain 3, taking back up to 15.
Nice.
Yeah, so there's like definitely a lot of bite wounds that you're healing. Thankfully, nobody got fully drained. You're just like you like we see Orin in the middle of the charge. A vampire grabs them and bites them, and Orin just like tears that vampire's head off and drags the person back behind the front lines.
Because if you'll permit this, I like the notion that Orin, because they're so large as well, is literally like doing blood transfusions. Because they were a field medic, they know how to do this.
Sure.
And like anyone that maybe got to a bit late who was looking pale, just like, of course they're type 00 negative because they gotta be. Because, you know, of course they're a universal donor. So,
absolutely.
and nobody's gonna tell out with that skin color. Nobody's gonna be able to tell. It's fine.
Fantastic. Cool. So Orin pulls people back. You see as people are like kind of like recuperating, like getting a bit of blood back in their cheeks. You see like little flickers of black wings, kind of moving amongst the people around. You look like you're out of gauze for a second, and then there's some there. Fantastic. Who's next?
Sana shouts. Oh,
Go ahead.
okay. KSANA is like shouting towards the sky. The horse rears back, and the light like shines around her. At some point in this, she has activated her minor life curse, and just life is kind of just flowing around. Things beneath the feet of the horse are growing. Flowers are blooming. Trees are getting greener. Grass is growing. And yeah, she says, "They can bite, they can bleed you, but they cannot break you." And then, yeah, very dramatic.
Very dramatic. Fantastic. All right, give us a rally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom.
Boom. Oh, the crit.
Love that.
Fantastic. You're protecting the people with your form as well as your words. Cool. We got now APRICUS and ELŽBIETA.
How's that charge lady capability of yours? Because mine is an 11.
Mine would be a 13.
Okay.
Plus with the +2 you just got.
It would be.
No, that was from rally.
That's a protect. So we don't have any damage next round.
My apologies.
That effectively gives you like resistance to the damage.
I shall
Yeah, so
continue
mine's-
to read.
Yeah, I was figuring that she would take over when she notices Orin pulling back.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Now that I've seen people getting chomped on, it's time to get a better idea of how not to have that happen.
That's a crit. You Happy Jim stops blasting away with his Gatling gun and comes down and says, "Well, we've got like a bunch of leather breastplates. Maybe we can just cut them into strips for little necklaces."
Called gorgets.
Sounds like the newest fashion trend here in Rule.
Yeah, like talk. Cool. Yeah, and so he takes out his. He was the cook. He takes out a set of butcher knives and starts just sawing away at some leather armor to make some gorgets. Yes.
The carriage just charges through the battlefield, throwing these out like necklaces at Mardi Gras.
Perfect.
Instead of using the Gatling gun, they're throwing off the necklaces from their cars. Like, woo! Yeah!
Fantastic. It gives a
Flushed out
+2.
Mardi Gras.
It gives us a +2 to lead the charge.
Okay, here we go. Oh!
Are you rolling acrobatics for this?
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Boom. Is that including your +2?
that's including the +2.
Cool. Okay, so that's a 30. That's another success. Very cool. Yeah, how does ELżBIETA acrobatically lead the charge?
Well, one of the things that I took was just mobility is one of the new feats that I took. So I do kind of like the idea of her just like, you know, ducking and weaving and just everyone else just kind of like flowing in between and then kind of not quite a pincer maneuver, but then also just everyone's parkouring off. No, I'm just kidding. And you know, just kind of like a little bit of like, I guess it would be just mostly ducking and weaving in and out and just doing like small groups as opposed to like a larger massive attack. But because acrobatics is just a lot more in and out real quick. Sure.
I'm imagining like ELżBIETA you're running up to a big like warrior and like somebody cuts out their knee and they lean down and do like a cool roll over his back and then fire as you're sliding down.
Yeah.
So it's a Kingsman fight scene.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
That's playing the battlefield.
Yeah, you see Orin. You see Soren rather through the crush, you know, blasting away with those dual pistols. We get some back-to-back action, and bam! That's another 3 rally point damage. This force. They're starting to look a little haggard. You're starting to thin the tide a little bit. As the round continues, the round resets. Everybody refreshes their battle action, and everything is good because you crit on rally. You took no damage.
Yes.
Alrighty.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
So I must ask: is someone else looking to rally, or are we gonna keep it with KSANA?
I mean, KSANA's doing great.
Mm-hmm. I'm also
she's decent at leading a charge, and she's pretty good at tending the wounded, though she will hurt them in doing so.
I think unless anyone else is actually trained in it, like the only one of those skills that ORIN is trained in is diplomacy, and it's a +6 compared to whatever your plus is. So
15.
I mean, yeah, I'm +13 in diplomacy, but again, ELżBIETA's level of diplomacy was always very like backroom deals and talking to a person like one-on-one or within very small groups, not leading massive people. So I think she might get stage fright. Just as a flavor thing, I don't think she's very good at leading the emotional charge.
Such a mood.
All right, and APRICUS.
We have the cloud break device mounted to the roof of this carriage. Might be a fun idea to crack the sky again.
Ooh,
That'd be extremely rally.
Doesn't it take a hot minute? Like, would it still take the extended amount of time to get it set up and going?
Yeah, it would be charging it for a little bit, but once it is charged, then you would just make the roll.
So if we want to,
or we could just do it narratively, and it would that would be your roll is using it.
Really like the idea of smiting them with sunlight in the middle of a battlefield like this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
hell yeah.
Yeah, you could lead the charge with Arcana with that.
Hell yes.
Probably once during this battle.
Reach for the sky. My Arcana is amazing.
All right.
Cool. All right. I'll go on. Might as well read the battlefield as well.
Yeah, I was like, say we would both then, in that case, read the battlefield.
Okay. Let me check what a critical fail does. Oh yeah,
that's thankfully not a critical failure. That's just a normal failure.
I'll still hero point it.
Okay.
Because that's what they're for.
That is what they're for.
That's what they're for.
I didn't mean to do it twice, so roll 20 is mad at me.
Quantum
again.
That beam of light ain't your friend.
No.
I'm too distracted by people wanting to help people, clearly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then I'll go ahead and stealth it stealth it back out again.
All right.
26.
Oh, yeah.
26, that's a success. That confers a +1 bonus to lead the charge.
Nice.
So, are
Yeah.
you still rallying the troops?
Oh, yeah.
KSANA?
Yeah,
Cool.
KSANA is just like, because APRICUS is going to be doing the big beam of light. Her rallying this time is like literally charging forward, like shouting, whipping things around, like planting like a banner in the ground, like on the other side of the field, and just
As you've like gained ground.
yeah,
Hell yeah. Cool. Give it a roll.
right.
Hell yeah!
Woo!
Yeah.
That's another crit. Whatever else happens, you're not taking damage this round.
Nice stuff. Yeah, and then APRICUS just gets up on the roof of the carriage. He does sort of the Gurren log on, my drill is a drill that will pierce the heavens motion.
The daybreak apparatus glitters on your hand.
And he'll lead the cloud break apparatus in the beam in the sky with a fun.
Yeah!
Is that including your +1 from everything?
That is including the +1, yes.
Cool. Fantastic. So the cloud break bursts open. For this round, it will. It is active as your thing. But then it will power down and won't be able to be used again for like a few hours. As a incredible burst of light just drenches the battlefield. We see this like shot of the interior of Valdric Errol's house as like the thick curtains kind of glow slightly from the light outside, and the vampiric host of soldiers shrink and duck beneath tree cover or just burrow into the sand to get away from this terrible, terrible beauty. So grossly incandescent. And that deals full damage, hitting them again with another 3. Boom. They're almost at half of their efficacy.
Yeah.
And actually, they just hit they're now at 60%, which means they lose 1 more point of aggression.
And then he leads over to Sadjack and says, "This is why we have the banner. That's why."
I mean, I understand the meaning of the banner. I'm just saying we could have like one banner that says all of the things.
No, it's a united force. We need to represent the various corners of Tarandaur.
Sounds fake, but okay.
Sounds complicated.
That's not very anarchist of you.
Look, some
Okay.
people join anarchist organizations because they really just want to fuck shit up rather than,
Mhm. All right. Well, that is another successful round of battle. You are gaining ground. They are losing it. They are now. It now looks like you are about. They are now about the same size as you in terms of troops.
Okay.
All right.
Sana, keep rallying.
Please protect our troops.
continue to make them feel good.
Yeah.
Steal
You
their
look really
hearts
cool.
and
The sunlight's glinting off your armor. It's
your
great.
white hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that,
Green behind
and
you.
it's now like lighting up the spot where she is, and because of the life flowing out of her, it's just a field of like flowers under the sky.
This is
and
what
she's
we
on
could
the
have.
horse.
We really are on
Eh.
the way.
Yeah, she shouts, "See how they flee before the sun! Nothing can stop you! For the crusade! For no shepherd but the flock! For the unshrouded sun!" And she points to the sky, and
Yeah, and it's like, beating down on your back as you charge across this field, up these hills, down these streets. Give it a roll. It's a success. It's gonna insulate us from. We're gonna give resistance 1 degree lighter to any damage you take this round. Fantastic.
Right.
Yeah, people are feeling
Feeling it.
it.
Sunshine Day.
Really feeling it.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors. Which 2 people are going to read the battlefield and who's going to lead the charge?
I'm a reader, not a leader.
All right, Matt.
Oh no! Oh god! Okay, Rock.
One thing. We're throwing it right. The lag's going to make this
All right.
impossible. Which do you want to do?
Yeah, the lag's gonna make this real bad. So, I mean, you're better at.
I'm better at leading than reading.
Yeah. So, APRICUS and I will read again.
Yeah. Now that I've seen the effects of sunlight on vampires again in massive formation,
Oh! Now
Let's see some more.
That's another +2.
I'm not. Yeah. Okay. Let's go. 26.
That's a 26, taking it to a total of a +3.
Come on, roll 20. Come on, let me have a moment.
Come on. This is so baller.
All right.
There you
Success
go.
is a success.
It
And I'll
is.
take it.
That is
In the grand
success.
scheme of things.
That's a success. You would take light. No, you would take normal damage, but now you will take light damage. So you'll take another 2 damage.
Is it still 2 if their aggression's already been knocked down?
Yes, because it's half rounded up.
Originally.
Yes, they started with 5 aggression. You've taken them down to 3.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
As you deal another 3, and they are almost down to their next breaking point.
Sweet.
We got this. We got this team.
we sure do.
Got this. Yeah, as just charging, slamming. There is like mixed in with these vampires and these human soldiers. You are like, as you get closer, are like clockwork, like soldiers, like the ones you fought outside of the Rock of Stone, and those definitely are like giving you some issues because they are much harder to like deal with.
Sure.
All right, the round refreshes.
Guess I will lead this charge. Orin, if you wanted to.
I'll do
All
some
right,
medicine.
I'll pull out my clockwork pixies and my sparking sword and go at it.
Nice.
And I think what this tending the wind is, rather than like falling back, this time it's Orin moving amongst people and literally just like battle medicining. And it's like
Oh, yeah.
sewing people up, literally like resetting a dislocated arm as they walk past somebody, like full on like triage in action.
Hell yeah.
27.
27's a success. That's you're back up to full.
I really wish I could make a joke about Sun Tzu's Art of War, but anyway.
Another success. That's a +1.
Just reading from
KSANA.
the Book of Strategy.
Yeah. So KSANA, I think when we're wounded and the sunlight is faded and we're like charging forward, her horse is knocked down, and she has to like get off it, and I think she's like facing the whole. She's facing the army, and of the vampire army of Aldrich Errol, and shouts, "Now is your time of reckoning. Flee now or die." And
All right.
she's gonna try intimidation, which is a worse. She's not as good at, but I think it's a good, interesting narrative. So
Dramatic.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Boom. That's a success. All right.
All right. So yeah, ELżBIETA will pull out her sparking short sword and call up her little clockwork pixies, and just go for it. Yay! I got my +1 added on already. So no, let's use one of those hero points. I can do better than that. I can do better than a 3. Yeah. No, I can't.
Ooh. Still do light damage, even on a fail.
Yeah.
You still do light damage, which is 2. And that was a success on the thing, which means you're going to take light damage yourself. And as their aggression has now been knocked down again, that is only 1 damage to the people of Rule. Now, you've taken them down. They are now at under 40% rally points. We're going to introduce a new kind of wrinkle just after every turn.
Oh.
They're going to roll against breaking. It's a flat check. The DC is their current rally. If they succeed, they break, and if they fail, they keep going. Which makes it the lower it gets, the easier it is for them to break. So I guess it's you succeeding rather than them succeeding. So in that case, would you like to roll, one of you, a D20?
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
14.
That's a 14, which is a success against their current rally of 9.
Yeah, baby.
The forces of Aldrich Errol, the clockwork soldiers have wound down and been broken. The human soldiers, now seeing the tenor of and quality of their men-at-arms, realize what they have signed up for. The domination that keeps them docile and loyal breaks, and those remaining vampires just streak off into the woods, terrified of the sun. They will be a problem in the future, but they are not a problem for you today.
Ah!
As you
Look at that.
march onto the estate of
Good team.
Aldrich Errol.
Nice.
And we move to the final map that we'll be using. And I realize that I need to make it taller.
No, it could be small. It's a small house.
The small house. Don't worry about it. It's okay.
Don't worry about
It's
it.
a small house.
Small house for a small man.
Yeah. So, yeah, the forces of Rule set to work routing their enemies as the 4 of you move up. Let me, all this stuff is on. Let me put you on the map. And you see the keep, the manor, for the very first time.
Ooh. Spoopy.
See a dude.
Curses dramatic lighting.
Yes, so you can't. So the manor, it stands, it broods,
Fog of war.
looking over the parish that it rules, and standing there, waiting since the battle begun, keeping any from getting too close, are 2 enormous flail-wielding soldiers, each easily 6.5 to 7 feet tall, with giant war flails and tower shields, just waiting for somebody to get close enough that they can crush. Within their helmet burn glowing coal eyes, and their mouths are filled with wicked, sharp fangs. And they see you coming and grin.
I don't like this.
Guess we gotta roll some initiative.
Oh,
Let's roll initiative.
No.
Ooh.
Wow.
Oh,
Oof.
you know,
I'd rather
you
it
know,
be
not
now.
much better.
Wow, y'all fucking. I can't really stealth my
what?
way out of this one, can I? For just walking up to his front door.
No.
You could be hiding behind Orin.
I don't think you have that. You don't have that feat, unfortunately.
No, I don't.
That would be an amazing ploy, though. Just like hang on the back of Orin's shirt.
Like backpacking.
Yeah.
Like Yoda, but it's ELżBIETA.
Yes!
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, let's try out all those cool new vampire fighting powers you have. As the Vampiric Honor Guard stand ready, it is KSANA's turn.
All right. KSANA.
A little toccata and fugue and D minor.
Yeah, I was gonna say, join the organ music in the
Very
background.
good. Yeah.
It's the one that says Vampire Castle.
It's toccata and fugue and D minor.
Nerd.
Yeah.
Granted.
KSANA is going to step here and is going to cast disrupting weapons on ELżBIETA's shotgun and ORIN's scythe.
Shotgun or musket?
I use a musket.
The musket. Yes.
My boom boom stick.
I have. That is not a. Yes. It's like I've shot a musket. It's like I've shot a rifle once. That is the different.
I've used
so
a bow
you
and
both
arrow.
will deal an additional D4 of positive damage to undead, such as vampires.
Woo!
Sick.
But actually-
So would this count as part of my extra dice damage to vampires that I get?
Those are weapon dice. So you deal a number of damage equal to the weapon dice, and this is not weapon dice. This is bonus dice.
Bonus dice.
So the answer to that is unfortunately no. Yeah.
Worth a shot.
Yes, so that is KSANA's turn. It is the Honor Guard who happened to roll identically as they both stand in concert and both prepare a reaction to attack anybody who gets too close. ELżBIETA, that's you.
I'm going to let me see. Let me first see something. Oops, that is not my ruler. There you are. Okay, I'm gonna advance a step. I think I'm still without of their reach. Then I'm gonna shoot one of them.
Hell yes.
You're like, ha ha, you won't get past. Wait.
I don't need to get past you. I just have to stay far enough away.
Fantastic. That is a
I'm gonna
stratagem
hope a
shot.
27 will hit.
A
Yeah.
27 does hit
Okay.
as you deal 12 bludgeoning damage. Is that including your? That's all 4d6s. Yeah. So 12 bludgeoning
That's all-
damage is reduced by 5.
Okay.
Because of their resistance. Because this guy's big. These guys are big and tough. So that is 8 bludgeoning damage, and then 3 positive damage,
And then 4 because they're vampires.
and then 4. You could put that in the macro because you're only going to be fighting vampires for the rest of this day.
Okay.
But yes, 4 because they're vampires, and that does a big chunk of damage to this guy. He goes, "Ow, fuck!"
No. then I'm gonna go ahead and reload and shoot him again.
You stepped though.
What? Oh yes, then I'll just reload. I forgot about that. Forgot
APRICUS, that is you.
Let me just take a quick check to see how far away 30 feet is. Okay. And make sure that, yep, that's the distance I'm operating in. Alright. So, time to step forth even further. So I can get them both within range. Drawing out the electric arc.
Nice.
Fantastic. We're gonna get 2 reflex saves. Boom. Success.
Ow.
Failure.
So
the first
Rightly
guy
little lad.
takes 5. The second takes the full 11. That's the guy who got shot takes the full 11. He's looking bad. He's looking almost bloody.
don't stand too close together, gentlemen.
We're supposed to guard the door. Orin, that is you.
Alright. I will. Fuck. Sorry. Action economy just caught up with my idea. I was like, no. And I'm like, we're quite right. I will move up 30 feet.
Cool.
20, 25, 30. And I will ready an attack for when one of them comes up.
Oh, just wait till you get over here. Wait.
They're just gonna like, no you.
It's chicken. KSANA, that is you.
Sana moves to here. And says, "You picked the wrong group to try and wait for." And she's going to cast Disrupt Undead on the same one everyone's attacking.
Jesus. Okay, this guy's going to make a fort save.
Oh, bad day for him.
Wow. Bad day for him. That's a -1. That's a critical failure, which is a 38.
38.
They are also enfeebled 1 for 1 round.
If he lives.
It doesn't matter. KSANA, with a cantrip, you just walk up and blast this dude to pieces.
That was so incredibly sexy of you, KSANA.
Very cool and sexy.
Just
That's my mom.
falls down. Not fully dead because he's a vampire. He cannot be completely killed. But until he gets back into a coffin, he is done. Jesus. It is the honor guard's turn. The other guy has barely been hit. Regains 5 hit points because it's fast healing. He says, "Hey, you're supposed to get some back too." Oh shit. And he is going to
Analysis paralysis in real time.
Yeah, he is going to actually run over here, outside of the reach of ORIN, and he is going to slam his warflail into APRICUS.
The weakness in our formation. It's been found.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no!
21.
I think that just meets it. Yeah.
No,
No,
that
actually it
misses.
doesn't. I have 22.
He swings and misses. Wait! Swings again and misses. God, these guys are not supposed to be weak. But that is his turn. ELŽBIETA, that is you.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna shoot him in the face now. His turn. Metaphorically in the face.
APRICUS ducks as your musket thunders overhead. Fortunately, a 27 is not going to hit.
No, that was a 17, which I definitely.
No, 17 is not going to hit.
It's like, hold on, at
Man, that
27.
dice
damn.
damage would have been so nice, though.
Yeah, I mean, you could spend a hero point.
Yeah, I think I might. I think I'm gonna.
Yeah. Also, everyone got
there
one for surviving and doing such a good job in the battle.
All right. Well,
Yay.
I'll grab that back after a moment. Would I still be able to use the stratagem for that? Or
Yeah,
would
you'd just
I
be
roll-
re-rolling
okay.
the attack roll.
Hell yeah!
Whoa!
Yeah, don't forget that.
The plus 1d4
Yeah.
positive.
It's not even taking into account that it is a fatal D10.
Yeah, make sure you hit the roll critical damage button.
I don't think I set it up to.
Okay, so here's what's. Okay.
Sorry, Zach.
No, it's good. I'm happy about it.
Oh.
If you win the game too fast, that just means we're done early.
Fair.
Okay.
Then we
What
can
is
have like
the-
a whole hour of just writing fan fiction with our characters on screen.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Elżbieta, what is the fatal die for your gun?
D10.
D10.
Yes.
So here's what you're going to roll now. So I'm actually going to keep that 6 and 2 that you rolled originally for strategic strike.
Okay.
That's gonna be the same. I just saw the chat. I guess that is my catchphrase. I am happy. I'm happy when you kill my guys too fast. You're cool. Thank you, Emily. So you're going to roll 2d10 plus 8
Yeah.
plus 4, because that's the damage that you deal with Vampire Hunter, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Plus 1d4. And you're going to put all that in parentheses.
Oh. Okay. Right. Okay. Plus 8. Plus 4. Plus 1d4. Parentheses.
Then asterisk 2
Yeah.
plus 1d10.
All right. We ready for
you-
this?
And you put all that in the chat with /R in front of it, and then you hit enter, and we see if this guy even lives. This guy,
4 points of damage.
This is why fatal weapons are great.
this is why fatal weapons are great. So you
Audibly gasp at their damage every single time.
you whip your musket around, freshly reloaded, bullets still smoking from the last shot. You yell at APRICUS to duck, and he does so, and the honor guard just looks at you like, what? And you let
I
out
really do
this
just shoot him in the face.
thundering blast straight in the face. The helmet splits in two. You see a horned half go spinning off into the distance. As this guy takes a full 54 damage. And then stays standing with 1 hit point.
Oh, wait, okay. So the 1d4 from KSANA's, is that because it's against undead? Does he get anything else?
No, it already is
Can we just smack him? Somebody smack him.
Hey,
Mr.
you have some turns left. We'll see how it
Oh,
how
I
it
do.
goes.
I
You're
forgot.
gonna get killed.
I was
You
so
have
caught
action.
up in the drama of this all. I
But-
reload and I fire again.
Fantastic. Roll with your dex with your second attack.
No.
This guy's face is not a face anymore,
Oh.
except for the teeth.
I think
Grim.
he's just like wavering and the bullet just goes right past his ear.
Yeah, he is wavering, slavering, slabbering. Fucked up in evil hours. APRICUS, that's you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a quick step back here.
Oh wait, no, that's a step.
Aha!
You do a 5-foot step out of his reach.
Yeah, and then he'll point a single finger out, and with significantly less drama, just
Cool. So yeah, this guy has to make a critical success if he wants to not die.
Just gotta through. Oh,
That's
that's
the
that's the
opposite.
opposite.
The opposite of that.
So you go back and you just, and just a little spark hits him and goes.
That's like the equivalent of running up to someone and just like flicking them right in the forehead.
And he takes 24 damage with 1 hit point left and falls a smoking husk.
Free action to give Apricus a high five.
Yeah, we're in range.
No
Yeah,
action.
baby.
Completed. That's the combat.
Do we have like wooden stakes on us?
Yeah.
Almost certainly. Like I'm sure a big part of the prep for this whole thing was getting them getting those made like a lot.
Perfect.
Yeah.
KSANA moves forward and stakes the one near the door.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you have to like carve open their pauldrons like can openers to get a stake in there.
Well, that was cool.
Yeah,
yes.
and
As a sign of an orc
disrupting
plays
weapons.
I would say that's pretty cash money of us,
Yeah.
but that's capitalism.
Yeah. Disrupting weapons is also now over.
Okay.
It's 1 combat worth of disrupting
Nice.
per spell.
Fine. It's beautiful. Perfect. Thank you.
Still.
Man, if only I had rolled a 2 on that D4 instead.
just one more.
Sometimes
No, I don't know. It was really cool to tag team it with Apricus like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Big, like, just the set him up and knock him down energy. I'm into it.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody
Okay.
spent 1 spell slot. But yeah, these guys get staked. You'll leave them for the forces to get cleaned up later.
We have our cleanup crew following behind us at
Mhm.
a distant pace.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the
He'll,
manor
brush himself.
kind of rises before you.
So inside
Well?
here, we need to be ready.
Yes.
I'm not particularly good at speeches, so shall we just storm the manor?
Well, do we want to? I would much rather prefer to move through this quietly, as opposed to. I mean, we've already announced our presence. I'm aware, but if
hard to miss the invading army.
that too, I would say I might follow behind you guys a bit, just more in the shadows. Or if you would prefer, I could scout ahead a little bit. But I prefer to keep to the shadows and then hopefully give us a slight advantage.
That makes sense.
I have 2 questions. The first, are you prepared for what we will see in the manor? This is, from every description, this is going to be difficult.
I am extremely prepared.
Good. My other question is, do we think we can get to Aldrich Errol in 10 minutes or less?
I could speed run the manor.
Time for some backwards long jumps, baby. Let's do this.
Why do you ask?
I honestly don't know what the size of the manor is, if he's going to be waiting for us, if he has traps set up for us. I would hinge on no.
I believe in you, and I think, and let's all do our best. And she raises her hand begins to glow, and she grabs ELŽBIETA's shoulder gently, squeezes it, and casts heroism on you.
Ooh.
For the next 10 minutes, you gain a +1 status bonus to attack rolls, perception checks, saving throws, and skill checks.
Fabulous. Okay. Oh, I have not been writing down any notes. I've been so caught up in this. That's okay.
I mean, nobody has to do a
Insane.
nobody has to do a recap in 2 weeks' time. So
I'm
it's
just
all right.
leaning in and enjoying the experience.
Yeah. I just wrote the date across the top, and I wrote session 7, and that's it.
So yeah, there's your heroism.
Thanks. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Just,
Well, then, I suppose perhaps then I could go in front, and if there's any traps, I'll pick them out a little bit easier.
Let's go.
All right. I'll follow like in the middle of the group so that if anyone is attacked by surprise or needs immediate healing, I am there in range.
I will
Fantastic.
cover the rear because if something's going to come up on us from behind, I'd rather it be me that gets it than APRICUS.
Yes, I will stand firmly within the protective bubble of my comrades.
Within the protective bubble of their big muscles.
Yes.
And their love.
And also that very impressive amount of polearm.
Pull them,
Cool.
sword. Dink.
So how do you enter the manor? Just through the front door?
Very carefully. Yeah, I would like to check to make sure if the front door is locked.
Okay.
Because I don't want to like, I don't think we should knock to be like,
Yeah.
hey, we're here. So I just want to see if it's locked or if it's trapped or anything like that.
Yeah,
Make a perception check.
backing
With
that
plus
up.
one.
Backing that up, I don't know whether this could be an aid. I want to look above the door to see if there's any like fucking arrow windows or anything that's going to get like hot oil poured out of it or anything like that.
Classic.
So there's better can
Medieval.
focus on the door. It's
Sure,
a
yeah,
vampire. He knows the old tricks.
Give me a perception check.
Sweet.
Ugh.
Ah!
Point.
You don't see nothing.
I was gonna hero point it.
It's
Fine.
You don't hero point it, that's a minus.
Yeah. 21.
Yeah, you don't see nothing.
Yeah, well, it's not a
but also
fucking
this time
somebody.
with reassuring.
Yeah.
All right. So then is that a +2? Technically?
Yeah, plus one from 2 different sources. They do stack because they're different.
Yes.
One is a status and one is a circumstance.
24.
24. The door is not locked.
Okay.
It's not trapped.
Beautiful. I will ease it open and slip inside.
Yeah, the door swings open on well-oiled hinges. It makes almost no sound as you step into the foyer. The images of various arrows lining the walls. You see Dragomir, Gavriel, Grigor, various members of the family who hold other positions outside of rule. And of course, Octavian at the top, looking down with his studious eyes and severe demeanor.
Can I just knock one of them over? Are they like busts on a pedestal? Can I just
They are busts on pedestals, yeah.
I'd like to just knock one over?
I thought we weren't announcing our presence.
Cool.
I think after my giant gunshot and our battle that I'm allowed to knock over a bust off a pedestal.
Oh, very well.
Are you gonna knock over the bust that looks the most like you?
Do any of them look more like me than another? I don't know.
I don't know, you always looked a lot like your mother.
Yeah.
Hair aside, you could try to like look at these and see if you can spot the family resemblance carved in stone.
No, I'd rather just knock one over.
Cool.
Mr. Head of the family up at the top is gonna get it.
Wait, is that Octavian you're knocking over?
Yes.
All right.
Cool. You throw Octavian Errol's bust to the ground, and it shatters. and I need you to make a reflex save. A will save, absolutely.
Oh, we'll say. Let me know the same for me. +1 though. Hold on. Let me add that bonus in. Thanks for that, KSANA.
Yeah.
Also, more like Noctavian. Anyway.
Cory!
So let's let that one in.
I got 26.
26 is not bad. That you're gonna have this. As you slam the bust on the ground, it kind of shatters, but his eyes still look up at you and flash. And you hear the heads around you whisper, "Traitor!" And you are going to take some mental damage.
Okay. Does anyone else hear that, or is it just me?
Just you.
Okay. Give him the middle finger.
Uh-huh.
How much mental damage do I take?
You're going to take
Jesus
22.
Christ. I'm gonna take a...
Wow.
Jesus, and that's halved!
That's 22.
That was almost max.
That was
Halved.
almost back. As just like your head throbs with the disappointment of your family.
Jesus.
Before
Shit,
this week, you didn't even know where your family.
Yeah. Yeah, so you definitely see her, like, stumble back and, like, clutch her head, and she's just kind of like, alright, no.
I got
Fuck
you.
all of you.
That's some funky iconoclasm right there. Nice.
Maybe don't
Do you
break
think-
another one.
Well, I didn't think that was going to happen.
A fair assumption, but maybe still.
Do you think that Octavian still lives?
I honestly...
Or remains in undeath in charge of Tarandaur? She has this distant look in her eyes. She thinks about her work in the capital of Coronant.
Yes, if he does, the question is for how much longer?
For how long do you figure he's been behind the scenes? I wonder. I mean, we do have an actual number for that, but... I'm going to take
Shall
a
we
second.
move on?
Yeah, I will, before
Oh.
we get moving too far, just take a second and do a quick ping of detect magic to make sure that we're not going to trip anything else.
Yeah, I mean, there's magic all over this place. But you do hear in the northwest quarter of the mansion the sound of that organ. And
Is that motherfucker up there playing an organ?
I'm gonna.
No, really? Fuck you.
What's the strongest effect? The School
what's
of
the
Magic.
strongest effect of it?
the strongest one within that was the necromancy that was within these busts. But other than that, you get it's too far away, but in the direction you get the vibes of enchantment.
Ooh,
coming from where you hear the organ.
hate that. All right.
Before we go anywhere, I'm gonna take my last. I've got a lesser elixir of life still, rather than spend the time doing treat wounds or use a spell slot, and just hand that to ELŽBIETA to drink.
Oh,
Ooh.
that is a very important question. Did
Yes.
APRICUS make
That
us those?
actually reminds me. So, as part of the level that I gained, I did happen to take expert alchemy. So I do currently have an advanced alchemy level of 3, which would mean that I have 6 lesser elixirs of life.
Cool. How do we want to split those? I'll take it I have at least one on me.
I would definitely divvy out at least 1 to the rest of the party. Since ELŽBIETA is heading forward and KSANA is forward from me, they will receive an additional. And I'll keep 1
would
for
say you guys
myself and 1
also-
for Lauren.
I don't think ELŽBIETA even realizes the full extent of what her trinket can do at the moment. I say trinket, it's more than a fancy little trinket. But so that will just kind of be a surprise tool to help us later.
Yeah.
But more potions will be great.
Yeah.
And so I've now, even though I've given one away, so I've got one still, just to clarify.
Yes, you and I both have one. ELŽBIETA and KSANA would both have 2. And
Understood.
in addition, just because it rates mention and I haven't ever used them, I do have 4 bottles of bottled lightning still in reserve.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet.
That I haven't
Nice.
used yet. So
Hell yeah.
What are the lesser elixirs?
I just, they're 3d6 plus 6.
yeah,
Oh, beautiful. Okay, thank you.
+5.
plus 6. I think
Plus
it's just
6,
a-
I mistyped.
Oh, I see.
it's
3d6
an
plus
add-on.
6.
Thank you.
All right, cool. Well, ELŽBIETA, you are leading us. Which door?
Well, do we want to head directly towards the spooky atmospheric organ, or do we want to take a more thorough detour around the mansion?
The matter of what's in the basement does interest me, but I feel as if we should leave that until we've somewhat secured the premises.
Cut off the head. First.
Yes, it would be safer, I think, to be able to explore then at our leisure when we're not worried about what can come and get us at any moment.
Precisely.
Okay. Then we'll head off towards this door, I guess.
Okay.
I'm gonna be
That I will say that's the
Perception
opposite
checking.
direction from the.
That's definitely northwest is in the other direction. I know my cardinal points on a map.
Yeah, that's a sitting room over there.
That was me just thinking west was that way.
The west. You'll get
That's
it.
on me.
Incredible. Yeah, so you open this door.
Yes. I am going to be like perception checking everything. And I'm not going to knock any more busts off of pedestals. I had my petty moment.
Mm-hmm.
Just to clarify, Zach, the little blue blobs just the light sources, so we can
Those are
actually
just
see.
little wisps of light.
I'm just going to...
Yeah, as you open it up onto a large.
Nice.
Yeah, you open it up into a large one. There's no magic at work here. The dining table has not been used, maybe ever. And the sound of the
and
organ is
then
coming.
I was God fucking, you know what I realized I should have done would have been my feat about recognizing fun, wacky things when I step into a new room before I knocked that bust off of the pedestal.
That thing that you've had since the start, I think, right?
Yeah.
That's
Very
odd.
first-
You know?
It's almost like your mind's preoccupied with other things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so that's the thing the thing that's out. I actually just told you is that this dining room table has never been used,
Yeah.
and you hear the sound of the organ coming from this door.
I love this neat and orderly line we're in with ELŽBIETA as the line leader. It's very good.
Okay, I am gonna want to at least be a little bit ahead of you guys.
Yeah, so with her.
Kasana's like, no, you cannot. Yeah, all
Kasana,
right.
you're muted.
Kasana, you're muted.
You're muted,
You're
Bitmap.
muted, my friend.
I'm so sorry. Some people just got home.
It's fair.
But yeah, we should move in to a square. I see the store can hold it, and I want to be within reach of everyone.
Okay, well, I'll move right here.
Well, that's not exactly a square, but I suppose it will do.
It works.
It's a parallelogram.
We're a
Oh,
rhombus. All right. Gonna double check the door, make sure nothing's trapped. Just
No,
really-
there's nothing trapped. It almost feels welcoming.
Oh,
Divine feels welcoming.
Hate that.
It's just waiting for you to open.
Oh. And then there's this motherfucker.
Yeah.
So,
Sorry,
all.
I think, yeah.
you're
I
not
think
supposed
he,
to be able to
opens
move
the door
through
and
there.
then stops.
There, his hands on tickling the ivories is
Oh,
Aldrich
get him
Arrow.
off of that stupid thing.
The door, the door opens, and he just calls over his shoulder. Says, "You know, people think they call me the Maestro of Rule because
Oh my god.
of my masterful control over clockworks, technology, even people dancing to my beat like a marionette. But I went to the music school as a boy, and I am more than capable of jamming out a tune."
I do not want to hear the words jamming out of a tune coming from your mouth again. Like, what are you like, hey, hip kids, what's shaking? No.
I'm just saying that people have more going on in their lives than the thing that you might think originally.
That doesn't make us like you anymore, but all right.
Yes. While others were learning to socialize, you are mastering the organ.
Now, you know what would make me like all of this more, right?
Tell me, Mr. Luminary, as he like smacks a button on the organ and it keeps playing.
Hey, is it fine if I just do a little bit of frickin' widen spell fireball? Look, right now, like literally right now.
We
How about
roll
we
initiative.
Roll initiative. Yeah, as he twirls around and puts his hands out and he says, "Welcome home, Betty.
Oh my
The rest of you need to leave."
That's not even the diminutive of my name.
And as you prepare to get into it, we will take our break.
No, I'm rolling that again.
Well,
I'm rolling that
everyone's rolled
again.
Initiative.
Wait,
just before that.
can't I?
Yeah, let's roll
I'm
initiative.
yes, because everyone else started, but also I rolled a 1 and I don't want that.
Fair.
I mean, I am flabbergasted, but
And Speckledorf.
that's better.
Did you have
All
a thing, Bitmap?
Yeah. My question is, does my harsh burn count as a bon mot in the diplomacy?
Please, that was so
That
good.
was no choice.
Sure.
Okay, I'll roll.
So Aldrich Errol rolls. He rolls a 30, which means that Aldrich Errol will also go on 15. As this is the second of my new mechanics for today's event.
Oh.
Say hello to the
No.
first creature with the boss traits.
Gross. I quit. Goodbye.
He gets 2 turns. I want to act first on the 30 initiative count.
Do you have a Pilgrim's Token?
Monsters always act first.
I didn't get a Pilgrim's Token this time. I was about to
See
go,
ya.
yes! Other character.
See ya when we get back in about 10 minutes.
I
See you in a bit, folks.
Hello, and welcome back. Aldrich Errol spins around on his little stool.
No! Get out of here!
Stands, arms held out wide. Behind him, flanked, are two guardsmen, but something is strange about them. They're not vampiric. They're not even really present. A glassy look fills both of their eyes, and you notice that the space around their necks has been cleared for ease of access.
They're blood banks.
As Errol says, "Welcome home, Betty, but the rest of you need to get the fuck out of my house." And he reaches behind his back, where his back was to you. You saw his back. There was nothing on it, and pulls out a gilded, not a katana, a gilded brass and cog covered device. It's shaped kind of like a crossbow, but with a barrel, like a musket, multiple barrels rotating, each of which holds a wickedly sharp bolt connected to a reservoir of compressed air in a tank. And the barrels begin to spin.
I mean, that's really cool, but not when I'm standing here right in the target zone.
He doesn't want to kill you.
Mm-hmm. He says, "Don't worry, kid. I can put you back together." And we go into it as Aldrich Errol, the maestro of rule, all rise, begins to act, and he uses for his first action, because he rolled first, he rolled highest, good for him.
No.
He rolls a double shot.
Oof.
Since two of his actions, his gas-powered bolt thrower spins up with a whine and fires two bolts, one at ELŽBIETA and one at KSANA behind her. So we get one.
Oh, Jesus.
It's a 30 at ELŽBIETA.
Yeah.
And a 20 at KSANA.
That's a mess.
So ELŽBIETA, you take 21 piercing damage as a bolt slams into your back, your chest. And
also, I had lesser cover against that.
yes, you had lesser cover as KSANA. You're able to duck, and it whizzes past you and thunks into the chair behind you at the far end of the dining table. He goes, "Okay, that's a good test." And he checks it again and is prepared, waiting for you to come in. Orin, that is you.
I'm gonna step. Would you permit me to reach through KSANA's space to pick up ELŽBIETA and
Sure,
move her next to me?
It would be an athletics to move her, but yes.
Mm-hmm. 34.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can move her.
That moves me.
Yeah,
That moves me greatly.
And I'm gonna do battle medicine.
Oh, it's like the reverse shove.
Yeah.
You ever just pluck someone up?
Okay, that's a standard success. Yeah, you heal 20, and you're in cover.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Nope, I hit 20 instead of typing in 20. What was I at, 34 before? I should be at 54.
Could you, yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
and-
just I sort of like pulling the bolts back out and stitching like the wound closed very quickly.
Fantastic.
Like, don't maybe be first in line of fire.
I didn't expect him to be there.
All right, that is Orin's turn. ELŽBIETA, that is you.
Yeah. Well, in which case, let's see. Wrong button. I am going to slip past APRICUS over onto this side. Actually, I'm going to stay back here a little bit. I understand it is technically, let's see, Does the 40 feet start from my bubble or the bubble right in front of me? I say bubble,
Your bubble.
space, the square. Okay.
space.
So it is 45 feet, so it is outside of my range, but I am just
You'll
gonna
get a -2.
until like, yeah. Hold on, I'm just, there it goes. -2 is 28.
28 will hit, dealing. Let me double check.
And that's with my +4. I've added that on.
You're +4. Oh, damage. Yeah,
Against vampire, yeah.
that'll deal. It deals 8 damage to Eldritch Arrow.
Jesus!
He takes it. Boom! And she goes, "Oh fuck! Was that one of mine? You know, I can teach you a much better way to shoot those because you're kind of sloppy."
Okay, yeah. Let's go. Funny man. And then I'm
Let's
gonna
just
reload.
kill all your friends, and then, all right, Pumpkin, I'll take care of you. Cool.
Oh, if only I had another turn.
And you reload. That is your turn?
Yeah.
All right, Apricus, that is you.
Maestro, I'd rather put an end to that infernal racket. And fireball, smack.
Cool. Are you setting it to hit the guardsman as well?
Yes, it would be within that space. It should be. Hang on, let me, because I have.
Yeah, I mean, if it's centered on him, it'll hit both of them, him and the organ.
and the organ,
and
which is
the
what I was
bookshelf.
looking for. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Cool.
they're thralls.
Yeah, so Errol dodges, critically succeeds,
Fair.
throws up the coat, like the lining of his coat, and completely blocks the himself from taking any damage. The 2 guardsmen roll,
Oh no.
and are both incinerated.
Let's see by how much, just for fun.
Just
'Cause
for
I didn't-
fun.
I didn't roll damage, so
Yeah,
46.
46. Yeah, they had 20 hit points each. As Errol pulls his cape aside and says, "Hey, I was about to eat those."
See? We took away his snack.
How
His blood levels can
rude.
get low.
Blood sugar's gonna get low. He's gonna get
Blood sugar's
snarkier.
gonna get real low.
I'm getting
We get even
pissed.
bitched here. Like I didn't need that.
Fantastic. So Eldritch
Oh,
Arrow
no.
takes no damage from that. Apricus, so that was. Did you have one
That's-
action left?
Yeah, I'm just gonna ping.
Ow!
Thought you were so clever, didn't you?
You, like thunk him on the nose. Like a cat being smacked in the head. Like a little bop.
Snoot solidly booped.
KSANA, that is you.
He glares at him.
Oh, actually, hang on.
Says-
There's one problem I realized with that. This is 45 feet, so actually, nope. I will instead shield. It's a 30-foot range. So, no
Yeah.
beeping.
So KSANA.
I really appreciate the cheerleading in in chat and how anti Eldritch Arrow everybody is. It's very satisfying. Zach, you're doing good
Yeah.
work.
Fuck Eldritch Arrow. All my homies hate Eldritch Arrow.
Shoot him in the dick.
Yeah. All my
Incredible.
homies, we want
No.
him dead.
All right, yeah. KSANA the Spear, that is you.
She glares at him and says, "She is not yours, vampire. She is her own creature and person." And she is going to cast Lifelink on Apricus and ELŞBIETA. With one action. Both of you regain 9 hit points if you can be healed by positive healing.
Right, guess what? I feel a little rejuvenated.
Yeah. And both of you are going to, yeah. It's exciting. And both of you, whenever you take damage, I will take the first 5 damage of that damage from you instead of you. And then she moves forward 30 feet. Or wait, 25 feet. Excuse me, she can't move forward 30 feet. And she raises her shield of light. Now, because she has used lifelink and she had already minor cursed during the combat, she is now progressed to moderate curse. Life is flowing up around her. I think the bookshelves start rapidly molding.
That's cool.
Nice.
And that's her turn. She got the shield up and she got the lifelink up.
Fantastic. That is Aldrich Arrow's second turn, which is currently means he goes first and last. I'm actually going to change it to 25 so that he goes in between all of you.
Yeah.
But that won't come into effect until next round.
That's fine. He delays.
Yeah, well, no. This time he won't, because now he's going to have 2 turns in a row. Just fine. Because he strolls up and he says, really, you've got the gall to just walk into my study like you own the place. And his hand flashes out. 28 to hit.
That is a hit. I do not block it.
Fantastic. You take 11 bludgeoning, and he spends a free action to knock you back 5 feet. And then he pulls up his and then he actually backs up again. Because now it's round 3. I'll move his token, his counter. Because back at here, he is going to rev up that thing and fire his bolt thrower at you and APRICUS. First at KSANA. 24.
That is a miss.
Wow. And then at APRICUS.
Oh, not a crit at least.
Mm-hmm. So it bounces off your shield and goes, fine. The next one, boom, and just shoots APRICUS in the chest.
You shatter your shield.
No, I'm keeping that one.
You take 5 less damage as I take 5 of it, though.
Okay.
He actually sees the the damage move across the room. He says, wow, you're just so self-sacrificing, aren't you? Oh my God. I mean, how much blood do you expect to have left if you bleed it for everyone else? Orin, that's you.
Of course, the vampire is focused on how much blood she sheds.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I cast shield and I go into a rage.
Fantastic.
Turning the scythe over in my hands. And I didn't describe it earlier. ORIN has coated their whole face and their hair with the woad this time, except I forget what they use, in almost like a white chalk, there is just the crescent moon symbol on the side of their face, stark compared to the dark blue woad that's covering everything else.
Incredible. He looks worried as you come up. And we get a shot from his perspective for a moment as your scythe kind of looks like it bends and shifts as there is not just 1 but 3 reapers behind you. Fantastic. ELŽBIETA, that is you.
Yeah. Okay, well, not much else to do but to step in and shoot him. So let's see here. Yeah, I'll just kind of step up next to the doorway so I can next time just kind of lean around it and shoot. And then shoot him. Shoot. Scroll.
A 21 will not hit.
I didn't think so.
He actually just grabs the bullet out of the air.
Doesn't. Get out of here!
Are you sure you're packing enough powder? Because this did not feel fast enough.
Well, then I'll
tosses
just
it
reload.
over his shoulder.
That's all I can do.
Fantastic. And then he spins up that barrel and goes thunk, 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 and does a triple shot to ORIN, KSANA, and ELżBIETA.
In that order?
In that order, yes. So
Okay.
ORIN,
Mhm.
KSANA,
Miss.
ELżBIETA.
Miss.
It's a
God.
hit, but not a crit.
Because the shield that did not hit me.
26 because of the shield. So ORIN takes 18 piercing, but the other two miss, and he just kind of clucks his tongue. As it is the APRICUS
Are you sure we're hacking enough?
You know that's
Are
a
you
very
sure about
inappropriate
that?
thing to ask your uncle.
Ugh.
Just gonna mount this table.
Yeah, and he just goes
Fantastic.
right out and says that, doesn't he?
And then he'll wave his hands out, and sort of a blast of force will affix itself to Orin's legs.
Ooh, thanks ever so.
Little shimmery surrounding you to make you look like you got speed lines.
Yeah.
Badass.
Hell yeah.
KSANA.
There's, you know, you have to be awfully selfish to see someone helping another and think it's self-sacrificing. And she walks up 10 feet, gripping her silver guy's arm, good faith, grabbing the handle that is another arm, and the light flashes up along the side of it as she brings it down on his head using divine retribution.
He has damaged you and allies.
Oh, yeah.
Bam. That will hit. That is, and you, my friend, have a magic silver weapon.
Sure
which
do.
means that he is not resistant to it. So he takes the full 21 damage. Goes, whoa! God damn!
He is also enfeebled 1 until the start of his next turn.
Good to know. He doesn't really do a lot of strength stuff, but we'll remember it from when he swings out and punches people.
Yeah.
As he kind of sways a little bit and goes, God, you're just talking a lot of nonsense. Of course it's self-sacrificing. You're giving up parts of yourself, and that's stupid.
Shakes her head in disgust.
That is Carol's turn. He regains 10 hit points at the beginning of his first turn.
Yeah, that minor detail.
Mm-hmm. He's a vampire. And he says, fine, if you're so willing to give of yourself, and he is going to claw.
That's a
KSANA.
hit, but not a crit.
You take 15 slashing damage, and then he spends his final action to grab you.
Why did I gotta say cool things? The enemies always attack.
I was gonna say, you keep taunting them. You keep getting aggro.
Listen. Still. Or that is you.
I will step and I will. This weapon doesn't have the disarm trait, does it? So it's athletics to disarm, right? If your weapon doesn't have the trait.
Mhm.
Okay. I won't do that. I am gonna just attempt to strike with the Harvester's Edge, as my scythe is now called. So that ain't gonna do it. Mother of
Just
fucks.
grabs the shaft before the blade comes down.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Excuse you.
Aaron, get into flanking.
Well, I can stride as a hasted action, so I did a step, a strike, 1, 2. I will stride and attempt to strike again.
Fantastic.
Like,
Unfortunately, that doesn't do it.
nope, but I'm here, and this is a good place to be.
That's a good place to be. That's the place to be. Elżbieta, that's you.
Yeah. I'm gonna shoot him.
Fantastic.
Can't just do much because I don't want to get in close.
Mm-hmm.
That is a
Nice.
28.
20's gonna hit. He takes 11 of that bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, and then I'll go ahead. I guess he's already technically flat-footed between ORIN and KSANA, so I'll just be like...
He's flat-footed to each of them, yeah.
Right, yeah. So I'll just be like, APRICUS, if you want to get off another little pow-pow to his face, and then I'll reload and...
Question, are you including the +1 to damage heroism gives?
No. So that does 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage.
Let me scroll.
I'll take one more. Cool.
I will
That
repost
is-
here for help.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic.
Yeah.
That is your turn?
Yeah, I think I'll just kind of like duck back behind this wall.
Fantastic. Next is Eldritch Arrow's second turn, and he is going to use this for the first time. We've had a vampire actually do what vampire do. He's going to drink your blood, KSANA.
Yep, sure is.
He has to make an athletics check against you.
My
What's your
fortitude DC is 20.
20, okay. Yes. He succeeds. And he sinks his fangs deep into KSANA's throat, and he heals 21 hit points.
Damn it!
And KSANA, you are drained 2.
Once per week? Shit.
Yeah, though obviously you can reduce it in other ways.
All right. Does that? Can he do that more than once?
He can, but he doesn't get any more HP from it.
Okay. All right. And I lose 12 hit points from that. Let me just add the drain condition in. With this cool new feature, roll 20 added.
Yeah. Drain 2, worse. Yeah. And you also take that damage, obviously, as you become drained. And then he says, all right, that's enough. And is going to use back, I say. Yes. Misses
Miss.
you. Clicks his tongue and goes over here.
I'm no longer grabbed.
And no escape.
Yeah, lets go of you and just kind of moves, and yeah, you move with him. Cool. APRICUS, that is you.
Well, are making it quite difficult for me to set this man aflame. Is there some permutation for me to get a 60-foot cone without hitting
Line.
my comrades?
Are you sure it's a cone or a line?
Is it a line?
If it's from the thing, it's a line.
Oh, it is a line. Look at that.
In which case, absolutely. You have a straight line right there.
Oh ho! All right, direct
Have fun.
shot. It's time for me to break out the daybreak apparatus. So,
APRICUS, the prism on your glove flips up as you hold out your hand.
shing, right through. Clean shot.
Yeah, a little bead of light appears on APRICUS's finger as he shoots it into the prism on his hand, and a blast of light fires across the room. He's gonna make a reflex save.
Yep.
It's gonna be against your spell save.
So spell save should be. Let me double check it. I believe it's DC
22.
22. Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Wow.
He rolls a critical success as a beam of light shoots and like melts one of the pipes of his organ, but he does a cool matrix dodge, and goes, "Come on, stop breaking my stuff!"
That one's a free one for you. It'll recharge in 1 round. Nice.
Sick.
Oh, nice.
Okay, and then now Now that he's finally standing within range, he can do the Force Bolt. So Boop's Nudge has come.
Boom, 8. Force damage. Just. Oh. All right. KSANA, that's you.
KSANA pours iodine onto her wound, onto like the neck wound, and it fizzles up, and she wraps it closed, doing a risky wound treatment to herself.
Jesus Christ.
So she takes 5 slashing damage, and then she regains 33 points.
Whatever.
You'll love to see a net gain.
Love.
Which is from having battle medicine and also risky surgery. So she's almost back to full.
Nice.
And
cool.
he says,
"What? One action?
That is one action. She has 2 left." And she points at him with the guy's arm. "Let me show you what it means to give of yourself instead of taking." And she casts Searing Light. She will spend a hero point.
Yes, because 22 is just not enough. It's just barely not enough. No, actually, it's actually pretty significantly not enough. But 25 ain't. 25 is enough.
Keep rolling 3 times.
Keep rolling.
Can I get the damage from the first one still?
Of course. That's the way that you use hero points. When you use a hero point on an attack, you roll damage both times and take the better one too. So KSANA, what does your Searing Light look like?
It's straight up like the energy in the Tarandaur is full of just untapped necrotic energy. The thing is that necrotic energy, undeath, and life are all the same thing. It just needs to be filtered. And she basically is pulling in all of the ambient energy around her as life is pouring through her. And it turns into a beam of energy coming out of her like a super laser of light and goodness.
And you just take it straight to the chest. Goes, whoa! That is 45 damage. That is a huge chunk of damage to Aldrich Arrow.
Incredibly sexy.
Love
that.
That's a guy.
Apricus in the background looking at his hand like, oh.
Fantastic. So yeah, you're no longer grabbed. Sweet, and that is the rest of your turn?
That is my turn.
Round 4 begins. It is Aldrich Arrow's turn. And he goes, fine. You've made your point. I'll take it from the Reaper. And claws out at you. 21. I think it misses.
He does miss.
Growls, whips his hand back.
That will hit.
And then spends the last action to grab you.
Don't you touch my daughter! She uses Retributive Strike. Now, she is not quite within range because he is 15 feet away. Just barely.
Just barely.
But that reduces the damage by 8.
Hell yeah, so it's just 5
that
then.
goes from 13 to 5. Wicked.
And
but he does still get the grab off.
He still does, yeah.
Yes, and she's not a liberator, so you don't get like a free escape.
Yeah.
But it is your turn.
I would like to do an athletics check to get out of the grab.
Cool. That'll be just against his athletics DC.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna read
Unfortunately,
that.
20 is not. Do you have a hero point?
No, I don't. I thought I did, but I don't.
Unfortunate.
Okay.
May I provide one?
If
So,
you
yeah,
would like.
Yeah. And a reaction, give a nice little heroic aid.
You are kind. Does a 29 do it?
Whack! And it goes, shit!
And then I will attempt a swing. There we go.
And he just chunks into him. Your weapon is not silver, unfortunately.
No, it's cold iron, but not silvered.
Cold iron, but not silver. So he takes 6 plus 3, 9 damage.
Okay. That's 1 action, 2 action.
Got one more for haste and one more for other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I haven't a new thing, and I was just trying to work out how many things I had yet. So now I'm just gonna attempt to swing again.
All right.
If my character sheet will wake up. Yeah, nah.
That won't do it.
Nope. If that was my hasted one, I've still got 2 actions, right? Because I escaped with 1, a free attack, and that leaves me
And
with
then-
2 actions.
Well, yeah, that and then this was your second attack. Because you escaped, attacked.
And then
Second
then-
attack. So I
second
have
attack.
1 action left.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You're still grabbed.
I'll try to escape again. Is that what minus?
It'll be
is that?
it'll be minus 10.
But I made a -10.
Then I won't be able to get it, will I? Oh wait, I thought I got out of the grab with a 29.
Oh, you got it out with it. Yes, with the 29, you did get out.
Yeah. I was like,
I was like,
what?
hold on, a 29 doesn't break it.
Yeah.
All right.
So I just had to take it off. I did,
that's
I
fine.
had to take the attack.
No, of course. I'm just gonna step, so he's gonna have to move to get like a clearer shot at KSANA.
Cool.
Yeah, this is
That's
what we weird ass battle family.
Would that I had a lightning bolt. Elżbieta, that's you.
So she is going to reach into her pocket and kind of like take out the locket and just stare at it for a few minutes, or not a few minutes, obviously, a few seconds. And then she's gonna step back into the doorway as she fastens the necklace around the back of her neck, and then will take a shot. She's just like holding her musket under one arm and just kind of like puts on the necklace and will fire at him.
Hell yeah.
34. Oh,
34.
19. I was so close.
So close. The 34 is going to hit. Were he flat-footed, it would have crit. As he takes 14 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
Oh! That hurt! You're
Is that a
hurting
little
your
bit
uncle.
better, Uncle?
I mean, I can't say I'm not proud of you. But
I'm a quick learner.
well, that's you get that from me, not from your deadbeat dad.
My God.
As it is
Knives are out.
Errol's turn, and he is going to try once more to claw into you.
Yep, that hits.
Orin hits, spends 1 action, grabs, and then is going to use an athletics check to attempt to drink your blood. What's your fort bonus, DC?
It's plus 13, so it's 23.
23, okay. So this is actually a flat 50-50 shot. That he
Motherfucker.
He heals another 21, and you become drained too. See, I wouldn't have to do this if you hadn't killed my blood bags, but that's the place, it's the world we're living in.
Okay, well, I just gotta do the minus 16.
That's his
first,
turn.
and then do the drain.
Apricus.
Well, at least I spared them the fate of being drank from. Recharge on that device since it's been 1 round, I think. Is that how that works?
Yes.
Okay. Let me do a quick evaluation to determine if I do want to do that, though. No. I think I will instead... so instead of relying on the device just yet, he does confirm to make sure that it's good, but then he'll sort of do the whole Shang Tsung. Instead of doing an electric arc, the intensity grows almost like static electricity until he flares out with a lightning bolt.
Hell yeah. Sweet. Errol's going to make another reflex save. And he fails. He takes the full 15 electrical damage.
Much better than an electric arc, to be sure, but it was cool.
It was very cool. Yeah.
Let's see
Pissed.
if I can check one of my feats here really quick. I did move. Yep, okay. I've confirmed what I will do next.
Fantastic. KSANA the Spear.
Sana's having like math fly in front of her head right now as she and her eyes dart back and forth between ELŽBIETA and Aldrich. It's like, hold on. But she pushes that aside and steps forward and just shakes her head angrily and says, I told you to stay away from my daughter! And she's going to divine retribution him. And miss. And I have no hero points unless someone wants to give me one.
You're showing one on my screen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I spend my hero point that I had and definitely knew about.
Oh no.
30, that's something else. You're going to want to, yeah. 22 is also pretty good, but unfortunately it's not quite good enough.
Woof.
As you just,
Close.
do you want to...
One more I will provide to you.
I'll let heroic aid supersede the usual fortune rule.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
One
If
more
I can,
try.
then I will.
Let's hope. God.
I invest in my friends. My friends have failed me.
An increase of 1, not quite enough. If only he was flat-footed.
If he was flat-footed,
Wait,
or
I hit him.
cast-
I hit him. Can I make him flat-footed to Kasana?
You can make him flat-footed to KSANA.
Yeah.
With power of all of the heroes of rule except for ORIN.
Wow. Okay. I'm right here.
Want him.
So it's part of ORIN because I can't divine retribution unless he harms me or an ally.
Yeah.
I help.
You see the blood dripping down Orin's neck where the fangs of Aldrich Errol just dug in. APRICUS like kind of shoots a little bit of that goes to block. APRICUS like shoots a little dart of force and knocks his hand away as you follow the direction that ELżBIETA gave you, and this pillar of light shoots out of your guy's arm as you slam into him. He takes 31 damage and is now bloodied.
Woo!
It's all a debate in good faith, wouldn't you say?
He is pissed. He's royally pissed. That is your turn. It is now Aldrich's turn again as he moves here and says, good faith, you don't know the meaning of the word, and slams 2 fists on the organ. It's hitting a number of different keys. The pipes rotate down and a gout of electricity blasts in a line over his head. I need the 3 of you to make reflex saves.
God, I hate him, but that was real.
That was cool as hell. Yeah, unfortunately.
God fucking damn it.
31 is a success, 27 is a success. Unfortunately, a 19 is not a success.
No problem.
As he casts, using this thing, casts a lightning bolt. Dealing 26 electricity damage.
And so the others take half, right?
The others take half. You take full.
All right. So this is going to be complicated. Before anyone reduces damage, he and Orin are both within 15 feet of me, he is within 10 feet of me, which means I get to retributive strike him.
You do.
And because he's undead, my shining oath comes into play, and I will deal more damage to him if it hits. So Orin,
take half. So 13 minus 8.
So I take 5.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
all right, and then let's roll this good faith attack to see if it hits. Plus 4 damage if it does. It doesn't.
Oy.
It does not.
Whoa.
I forgot. As round 5 hits, everybody gets a hero point.
Oh,
Hey.
Because this is
Thank you.
an extreme encounter.
wait, are we on round 5? I don't know what round.
Yeah,
we're
we
on.
just hit round.
Oh shit.
Okay.
My divine retribution should have a +1 to its attack. I forgot to add that in. It should have been plus 13, not plus 12. Okay. Yeah. So, God, I'll spend it. Fuck it. I'll spend it. Let's go.
Go.
I miss anyways. It's okay. That's how it sometimes goes. So, but yeah, now what we're gonna do is, ELŽBIETA, you're gonna take 5 less damage.
Correct. So I take 8.
All right. I'm gonna take that 5 first, and then I'm gonna take the additional 26 myself.
Oh my god.
Oof, cool. And the pipe organ begins to recharge.
All right, and I'm now down to 40 hit points.
Oof.
40.
Yeah.
40 or 14?
Yeah.
40.
Okay, cool.
Not a
Because I'm drained, I'm not bloodied.
ORIN, that is you.
I'm gonna attempt to take a big old swing. Motherfuck! I will hero point
Quantum.
28.
28 will do it, dealing that's 7 total damage.
And then I'm just gonna look dead in his eye, down at him, just like, do you understand faith? And I'm gonna brandish the holy symbol that I have as an interact action.
Mm-hmm. He goes, ah!
Oh, one second. It's the moon.
Yeah.
What's to the right there?
Cool. Yeah, he is within 10 feet of an object of his revulsion, which means he gains the fleeing condition.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
Just
Yeah,
because you can't see her doesn't mean she can't see you. And I will do a second attack.
Oh yeah.
Ugh. Alas.
20
Felt good, though.
close. Felt good, yeah. ELŽBIETA, that's you.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot him. You know, like I do. 26.
Nice.
26 will hit, dealing 11 bludgeoning damage. His eyes look like his pupils are pinpricks against a sea of red. He is breathing heavily. His sallow face has become even more gaunt and white, like bone. He's not having a good time.
Yeah, well, he doesn't deserve one. So I wasn't able to reload on the last turn, so that was reload, shoot, and then I'll reload now, and that'll be it.
Cool. All right, that is his turn. He must spend his turn fleeing until he gets 10 feet away from ORIN. He runs here. Which is escape. He runs again.
I think I can move up to my speed when doing no escape, right? 5, 10.
But only you can't keep doing it as he spends multiple actions.
Okay, fair enough.
It's only on the first action.
Fair enough.
As he gets now here, and he goes, "You're making this very difficult." He swings a claw.
That hits.
Hits.
And so then I'm gonna automatically cast, or let me just, thing could move a little bit faster. Yeah, I'm gonna use Blood Vendetta. And
Yeah.
so I'll just be like, it is what you deserve.
Yeah. He manages to throw it off. Because
Well, then he'll take,
what,
yep, that's
magic? You doing magic at me? How dare you?
Not our
I
family.
guess I haven't learned any better.
We are beyond such things. God, you're just like Cosmin.
What's my dad's name?
Cosmic.
He says you're acting like Cosmin.
Oh
you don't know
shit.
if that's anyone else.
Could be a brother.
Oh heck.
Your brother.
That is his whole turn, though. So it's APRICUS.
Okay. One good turn deserves another, wouldn't you say? I am going to finally, for the first time in this campaign, drain my bonded item.
Ooh.
I also have linked
Class.
focus, so I get back a focus point for fun.
Nice.
And in draining my bonded item, I will produce, yet again, a lightning bolt.
Oh, come on!
And that is much better.
Sorry,
a very
KSANA,
good
you
lightning
technically
bolt.
also take an additional 5 because I forgot to factor
If
that in.
only it wasn't a crit.
You can spend a hero point to
I
force a reroll.
I am going to force a roll.
Okay, fingers crossed. This is not that's not as good a roll. That's a failure. I see, like, she's like, what are you talking? And just gets a face full of electricity. Takes the full 32. He's looking rough.
Yeah.
He is looking like he is walking up to death's door.
And having spent
I
that
like you.
drain, yeah, I've already gotten all my 3 out, but he will just do sort of a vow.
I have kept forgetting to have him heal 10 every turn, so I'm gonna heal him a couple right now. But he is still looking rough.
All right.
Fantastic, APRICUS. KSANA, that is you.
KSANA looks around the battlefield. Let me show you what it truly means to give. It is a give and a take, and all can benefit. And she casts heal at level 3, and because she's at her moderate curse level, this is D12s. 3 actions. Everyone here, including Aldrich Arrow, can get D12s of healing.
Incredible. So it's 20.
Plus 24.
Yeah, the
No,
fortitude is not plus 24 because this was a 3 action.
Gotcha.
So-
So he is like 10 positive damage.
Everyone heal 20, and if you perhaps have a relic that has effects if you're positively healed.
Yeah. I'm just like staring him dead in the eyes as I gain back hit points and he doesn't.
Oh no!
I also have my necklace on now, so I mean he can
Yeah.
probably like squeeze past me next round, but
Yeah, he says like so. The healing, which would hurt you under other circumstances, rejuvenates you, and the locket begins to glow, gleaming the arrow crest. It like reflects on his face like a spotlight, and he shrinks away from it and says, "Where did you get that?" But he doesn't have time to talk about that quite yet. Though it is his turn, and he becomes fleeing once more. As the icon of the black sheep puts the fear of his family and the shame that they have brought on their name. At one point, they were heroes, and he is forced to remember. As he slams past you and charges into the other room.
can I like attack of opportunity against him and just smack him
only
with
if you
the butt of
have
my
a
gun?
back opportunity.
No, I don't. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just like I have a reaction, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah. So he moves back.
Rules.
And then he whips around and he does a double shot.
Oof.
And the closest ones to him are KSANA and APRICUS.
I'm Elżbieta, thank you.
Elżbieta and APRICUS.
Betty.
Little pumpkin. It's me, it's your Uncle Rick!
Oh my god, fuck off.
Right now.
Nope.
This is Elżbieta, it misses. That is
Wow.
our boy.
That's a
APRICUS.
critical hit.
So he shoots you like dodge and like ha, and then he says boom, and just shoots APRICUS in the heart. Dealing 34 damage.
Reduced to 29, I think, but ouch.
Yep, and I a scar crosses on my heart underneath the armor.
And that is his turn. Orin, that's you.
Hasted Orin, you all get the visual of a 6'8" massive barbarian charging directly 50 feet forward in like the blink of an eye, and I'm going to attempt to trip him as I get there. Like, take it with the sight, I'm going to swipe out. And attempt to trip him.
Fantastic.
My athletics and my attack bonus are now the same. So it's much of the same. A 26. Against his, is it fortitude? Might be reflex. I'll quickly check.
Is reflex. This is just this is the athletics check, right?
Yes, I'm just using to attack because my scythe has the trip trait, so I can use it.
That is enough, and he just is slammed to the ground. Just, oof.
If you're so sore.
You have one action left.
Yeah, if roll 20 wake up. Motherfuck. Oh, I've got a hero point.
Hell yeah.
I'll try
Like
that
twists
again.
away as you cleave through a chair, and then you give it one more go.
Oh, is he?
Still
No, not flat-footed enough.
Not flat-footed enough. His AC,
Okay.
his base AC is 25.
Yeah.
So now it's
no problem.
23.
That's fine.
Elżbieta, that is you.
I'm going to go and be real cool. I can jump up on top of the table and then just fire down at him.
Beautiful. Love that for her.
31.
Can you
Everyone
give
will
me
hit.
some of these hits, please?
Dealing 3 bludgeoning damage. You just-
Yeah. Yeah. And then so basically he'll be flat-footed for you, Orin, next turn.
Thank you.
I reload and I'm gonna just fire again.
Fantastic.
22.
22 almost hits, not quite.
Ugh.
Alright, that is Errol's turn. He gets back up onto his feet, hops likewise onto the thing, and he says, I
Bitch.
cannot. God damn it! and swings his fist backwards at you and
Yes.
misses. You like just block it as you feel the force that would knock you off the table.
Did you have something to say, Errol?
Not to you. Goddamn revenant. APRICUS, that is you.
Okay, let me think about this carefully.
Sorry, I'm in the way.
That's fine.
It's just one of the best things you could do with fucking megalomaniacs is just to derail. They're just like, okay, you wanted to say something?
Okay, guess what? Hello.
Yeah, seriously.
Like, be unimpressed by everything they do.
Just gonna scoot out towards here so I can at least be within the same room.
Nice.
Going to pop the lesser elixir of life that I have just to get topped off. So 3d6 plus 6. It's pretty good heal.
Nice.
I ain't bad a kill.
I drink this
Thanks.
from need, not desire.
My God.
Vermintide 2 for anyone who enjoys that one. And with that last one, as he's just sort of taking a sip from the bottle, he just points his finger and just goes, "Boop."
Fantastic, yeah. Just knock one back, crack open a cold one, blast a bolt of force damage over to Alvacaro, and he takes a whopping 5. Just, his hair is getting messy. He's just pissed off. KSANA the Spear, you're left alone in the organ room.
She books it using 2 actions to move 50 feet or 45 feet. And she doesn't have enough actions left to retributive strike, so she just lays in with a normal attack in good faith.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He takes 20 damage.
20, yeah.
Which is 30 damage.
He is looking really, really rough, haggard, pissed off. It is his turn. He heals back another 10, but it's not enough. He is not healing fast enough to tank all these hits. He is going to swing a backhanded smack at ORIN.
How dare you?
That does hit.
Back, I say. Blocks the thing, whips you back. ORIN, you take 15 and get knocked back 5 feet.
Does that
you
happen
do reduce it by
automatically?
8.
Yes, it's he has improved shove, so we could use that as a free action.
Okay, but isn't a
because
Okay.
he hits.
Yeah.
understood?
It's a creature ability.
No problem. If you want to move me wherever that would have gone, then.
Boom.
Just like right in front of me, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, while my attack missed, you took 8 less damage.
Yeah, so you would take 7. I think.
Yeah.
As he smacks you back, and then winds up the crossbow, the bolt throw in, does another double shot. Boom, boom. This is at KSANA and then at ORIN again.
Okay.
Misses. ORIN, that hits.
Yep. Okay.
What? That enough? You can't swing at me again, huh? In my own goddamn house! ORIN, that's you.
I step
He's
forward and
flat-footed for
swing.
you. Don't forget.
Yeah, I step forward and swing, just like, why would being in your house make any difference?
Fantastic.
That is a 30.
A 30 will hit easily, dealing another 6 damage to him. Big furrow goes down. Are you doing enough damage? It feels like you could do more.
I'm
You're
rolling
raging.
low on the damage. That's what the extra 3
is-
is.
Oh.
Like,
No, the extra 3 is.
Well, that's your rage damage, but
It says 3 equals 3. Is
That
it
means
just
there's
going
no
to be-
roll happening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like is it
Yeah.
supposed to be just a flat 3?
I guess you don't have weapon specialization. I thought your rage damage was more than 3, but maybe I'm just misremembering.
yeah, no, that's all it does. It's, yeah, right.
The trade-off is that spirit barbarians can do the
positive
2
and negative.
damage types that can't be blocked, and they get to choose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm rolling like 2d10, so
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just rolling bad. Is the thing.
Well, you're not even rolling bad. 13 is not bad. You're doing great. Anyway, so that was 2 actions. Step into swing.
Yep. I will attempt a trip with the -5. Ugh.
That's gonna be a critical failure. As you trip, he jumps and then hooks a foot around yours and throws you to the ground.
Okay.
Or I guess to the table.
I'll use my last action to stand back up.
Oh right, yeah, because you are still hasted.
Mm-hmm.
You get back up.
Yeah.
ELŞBIETA, so that's you. He was
I'm
looking
going-
really, really hurt.
Yeah, I'm going to just poke around ORIN and shoot him again.
He's rolled.
That's gonna hit. That is 8 damage to him.
And then he'll be flat-footed for you, KSANA.
Yeah.
And then I'll just reload, which I didn't do last time. I forgot. So reload, shoot, reload.
It's his turn. He is wounded, winded. You don't even know what you're giving up. You don't even know who we are.
I know
You're the
enough.
one. You're the one losing for this. And then he just runs.
No escape.
Cool. He looks back over his thing. It spends another action running into the next room.
Toby, I know you're in the chat. Thank you for introducing me to No Escape.
Whips
very
around and fires a bolt at full strength at you as he runs.
Miss.
Misses. Just a wild shot.
APRICUS, do you have any more of those hastes?
If only I hadn't spent it.
Sorry, Mom.
It's okay.
I am,
We're all just like, sorry, Mom.
I'm joining the, just getting down here so I can get a line of sight on this. And...
cool news is this door is closed, right? That he's next to?
Yeah.
So
Cool.
interact action to get through it.
so
Yeah.
he will, sort of tee up, draw back the bow of magic, and completely whiff. Oh, that has
Yes, that unfortunately will completely win.
just a splash of
that
acid.
might be worth a hero point if someone can give it as a reaction.
Yeah, I'm done. I just need to pull mine out of. I think Mab's the only one who's got some right now.
Yeah. I've been rolling well.
Yeah, and if you wanted to give him a boost, you could.
Yeah, I think Orin just got that one covered, so.
Or wait, I think Orin was pulling out one that they had.
No,
spent.
I already had that spent. I'd already spent it. I just wanted to
Oh.
get it out of my hand so I didn't accidentally
Okay.
use it again.
Yeah. I don't know what it will look like for me to be able to lend assistance, but I will gladly lend assistance.
You know more about shooting bows than he does because you're a
No.
marshal and he.
Oh, you were shooting a bow. I was like too busy
acid
like
arrow.
reading the
Magical
chat, and
bow,
I
yeah.
didn't.
Just like
Yeah.
raise your elbow, get that wing down.
Yeah,
Oh.
I get that. Like, oh, all of the tips on shooting that I just got from my delightful little uncle. I'll pass on to you.
Ah, wonderful. Just a little last secondary adjustment. I totally.
Oh yeah,
That's better.
I'll do it.
As that thing streaks across the estate, through the foyer, into Aldrich's sitting room to strike him for 19 acid damage. He is now sub 10 hit points.
And there's a little sizzle on that just for fun.
Yeah, as it begins to eat through his fancy inventor clothes.
A new
That is
fashion
return to
statement.
KSANA the spear.
KSANA rushes with all of her speed to get 50 feet, which leaves her one action in range
Hell yes.
to strike down at him in good faith.
Come on, Moon.
Oh,
Can
He
I?
is flat-footed. Ugh.
He's flat-footed to you.
He is flat-footed to me.
Yes.
Which is not quite enough. His AC, his flat-footed AC is 23.
Oh shit.
As you like just jam the guy's arm into the wall next to him, he says, "Betty, if your friend kills me, you'll never know who your father is." Round 8. He regains 10 hit points. Shoots you with a the bolt thrower.
That is a hit.
So boom, you take 15 damage. Second action, he throws up in this door. Boom. And then he runs again.
Into the courtyard.
Into the courtyard. He takes 2 damage from that acid, persistent acid damage. Rolls a flat check. The acid is still on him. Fantastic. ORIN, NÄTTSKU.
Oh, well, that's lovely. Because I'm just going to keep running after him. I'm gonna get... Do I want to spend the third one? I will. I want to get on the other side of him, so I'll use my hasted stride. One to stride a step to get on the other side of him. Cool, and I will attempt to swing.
Yeah.
Come on, dice.
Come on, guys.
25
Oh, baby.
on the money.
25 is a hit. 19 plus 3. That's 22.
I used
12.
everything to get here. So.
He is now sub 5.
Motherfuck!
You just light him up, and he goes, ah! God, fuck. Elżbieta, that's your turn.
Yeah, I can't make it and shoot. So I am just gonna. Why is this whole screen moving when I'm trying to move me? Why is my whole screen moving?
Click once, and it will stop doing that.
Yeah. Hold on. Okay. I think I can get about on par with KSANA. Can I use all 3 movements to just all 3 actions to just book it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Then I'll just come down here.
You're outside. The wind is howling. The clouds are churning above. You see that he is on death's door.
I want to be here when I watch them destroy you. I'm unfortunately a little. Wait, can I move? I'm a little too far to be able to use my holy symbol, but you know.
Unfortunately, yeah. As he looks at you, and he says, all brass and no brains. You are just like him. Swings a backhand at ORIN.
Hits. Oh, crits.
Crits. ORIN, that takes 24 and is knocked back 10 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And then whips around, fires his bolt thrower at Elżbieta. Misses, runs over here.
No escape.
Sure. APRICUS, that is you.
Sure.
Let me just do a quick plotting of path here.
Yes. This has become a sprawling whole house fight.
Okay.
As it
Is-
should be.
This is
As it
proper.
should be.
This is really
Show off this
proper.
excellent map.
That's a map by Z and Hector, the map makers who also made the map for the ruined temple and the bear fight early in the season. Fantastic cartographers.
Very good stuff.
Gorgeous work.
Very good stuff.
I'm gonna somewhat even the odds at least and hit myself with a long strider. And then
Hell yeah.
move 35 feet this direction. And that's me.
Sweet. KSANA, that's you.
All right. She can just barely get to the side of Elżbieta with one action, which puts her 45 feet. And you say he's got sub 5 hit points.
He's healed since.
No,
Has he?
hasn't.
He got
He heals on
he
his-
had a turn, so he got 10
He
back.
heals on his first turn.
Not on the mid range.
Not in the mid-
So
All of his stuff procs at the beginning of the round.
So, she's gonna spend her last 2 actions to cast Sound Burst on him.
Oh. I gotta
This
say
is hitting him, slamming him into the wall behind him, just in front of Warren. Like, centered, basically here to, only get him in the walls.
Sure. For him to survive, he must roll a critical success. He does not. He takes 5 damage. Hitting 0. And turning to mist. He's not gone yet. But KSANA, you have knocked him down to 0, and now you just need to keep him from coming back.
We have to tear down this fucking house and find that coffin.
Oh, do we?
Don't let him get to the coffin.
9. Eldritch Arrow's Mist Form, which I believe has 10 speed. Let me double check Mist Form. Speed of 10. Has the taking for the damage. Gaseous form, that's what it is. Yes. All right. He is going to move 10 and is going to go underground.
No escape. I just follow the mist. If it's a visible mist, I will follow the mist.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna keep a bead on this motherfucker.
Okay, I'm going to have to very quickly grab a new map.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was no escape. So that was a reaction. Cool.
Holy shit.
Lead the way, Orin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Fantastic. Cool. Give you just one moment.
Yeah, no worries.
I, for whatever reason, didn't think about this part of the.
That minor detail.
Oh, you know.
He got a lot of running in.
No kidding.
A lot of running. Okay. Yeah. So Orin, we're gonna resolve this on your turn as soon as I get this map uploaded.
No worries.
I would say that we have to vamp, but that's the opposite of what we're trying to do.
Fantastic.
I just love the concept of this scene that's happening right now. Like, you have APRICUS, like, pumping his legs to try and get there. You have ELŽBIETA and KSANA, like, taking this moment just quickly to get regrouped after that sound burst, and then Orin just hulking after
the way I'm kind of imagining their no escape, even though, like, they're hasted right now, is very much that Terminator, Arnold, just like that relentless, like, it's not even fast. It's just like following,
applauding,
power walk.
You hear the impacts of their feet.
Yeah, they can be stealthy if they want to. Not right now.
This is not the time for stealth.
No.
Okay.
No, it is not time.
It's time to remember the basics of CQC, frankly.
Snake, do you remember? Okay, let's pull this down a fair bit. Yes.
ELŽBIETA, if we kill him now, for truth, you may never know who
I
your
honestly
father.
I don't care.
Okay.
APRICUS yelling from the other room, "We've already proven the bloodline doesn't mean much."
Yeah, no, she's like, you know what? Sana may be a mom, but she's not like a mom.
Not my mom. It's okay.
Yeah, she's also, she is a mom that left both of her kids for like most of their lives. So it's probably not like you have to know your parents. It's probably not her jam.
Fantastic. So, where would this be? This would. Yeah. Fantastic. So this is quick and dirty. Thankfully, the map that I got this from has a basement map. So it is now Orin's turn. So yeah, it's your turn.
Just like following the mist, I am gonna, as a keep moving, or I'll prepare to move, I guess, so I can keep going, basically. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he has another turn. Yeah, I'll prepare a stride after.
Well,
Can you
no,
prepare?
he went down into a trapdoor.
Well, I'm following.
You're following, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I wasn't sure if that was part of the no escape, or whether this is anything. But yeah, I'll follow.
The no escape got you to the door, and now it is.
No problem. Ooh, love this for me.
Oh.
This is a very cool map.
Look at
I'm
this.
going to take the lesser elixir of life that APRICUS gave me with some of my other actions as I keep following.
Cool,
Can
yeah,
I
so-
do a perception check? Is this to take in space? How much of this
yeah.
can I see? Let me just take that healing.
I see it.
Can I? Okay, perception check is what I said. What I said. There's the thing. Ugh, no hero points left up. So
You hear
I'm focused on
as the door open, you hear the clamoring of voices, but it's so dark down here.
yeah. I'm sorry. There is also a tiny moth in here right with me, and I feel like my cat's right now because I just like can't stop looking at it. But yeah, I will. I guess follow the path down with whatever movement I have left. Like if it seems like there's a path.
You can you not see this map?
Oh, I can. It's more like what ORIN can see. I can't tell if there's like height differentials or anything, like if it's going down a ramp or whatever. I can clearly see the visuals.
Yeah. So his mist gaseous form is right in front of you.
Yeah.
So
Well, the main question is, can I see the coffin?
no.
Okay.
You can see
These
what
appear
the
to be
room.
walls.
Yeah, those are all walls.
That is cool. Thank you so much. I will keep going then. That's me.
Cool. Next is ELżBIETA.
I think with my full movement, I can get like all three. I can get down on par. It would have been about 50 feet to reach the doorway that they were in, and then all the way down would be my third action. So.
Well, let's go over there and take a look.
Thanks. Scroll.
All right, yeah, while we're here,
Yeah, it's 50 feet to get up to. Yep.
Yeah.
Basically, as KSANA's mapping it.
yeah, so that's going to be exactly the same amount of movement for both of us, essentially, to get into the basement, period.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
just going to reach the room itself. On
So
my
yeah, so up at KSANA, sorry, ELżBIETA right here. It is her turn first. We're still in initiative order.
Yeah. Oh, that took me my full action.
Took you
All
your
three.
whole turn to get to this spot,
Yes.
which means it is now Aldrich Errol's turn, and he is going to float 30 feet.
Is this the? So is that his 25 go or his 30 go? Because the turn order is now split. I'm just trying to work out if
That was 25.
So I've used my reaction this round. No, I haven't because it's been a new round.
It was just your turn.
Yeah,
So I have my reaction back.
Yeah.
Cool. Keep
Sweet.
following.
All right, APRICUS. We're going to just be bouncing between maps for a little bit.
Yeah, that's fine. For
Only a little bit
Freakus'
more.
case, he will have a whopping 105 feet of movement, which will go about like this. Let's see if I can't. Yeah, that's just here. So he'll be right in the room by the door, but he won't have reached it just yet. His next turn, he will blast past everyone.
Fantastic. KSANA.
KSANA spends all three actions and arrives at the basement.
Fantastic.
And because of the little stone floating around her head, she is always casting light in 20 feet with an additional 20 feet of low light. I believe. I don't think it's upgraded yet.
I mean, I already have low light, but
Yeah, so KSANA basically, let's just do this. Y'all can see this far around her.
Thank you.
Cool. In that case, you can see the chained and caged youngsters of Rule in this set of cells right here. Young adults, of course. Some of them look like they've been turned into vampires. Some of them have had clockwork augmentation performed on them. All of them look desperate and wild after so long without light. That is KSANA's turn. Aldrich Errol goes again. Keeps moving. Orin, that is your turn.
Okay, I will also keep moving. So that's 30. Can I see the light spilling out of this room, I guess, at this point? I have dark vision when I'm raging, for what it's worth, as well.
You can see everything.
Okay. I'm gonna keep moving around then. Action 2. Can I see that coffin now? As I
once you pull the door open, you can.
one action. Hasted, astride, I'll interact to open the door.
Yeah, and you can see a heavily fortified coffin, huge and regal in the center of this dungeon.
Given that we talked about with Embark, we know he's going to have to go into the coffin to recover, right? That's all right. In which case, I don't have any fun skills for this right now, and I only have the one action left. Okay, I guess I'm going to charge up to it, and I am fully prepared to start wrecking shop. And that's
Fantastic. I'm realizing now that for whatever reason, it's only showing some of your stuff. Hopefully it's showing better now.
I'm on.
Yeah, initiative has this thing where it is.
KSANA's been added.
It's by map.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
There we
by
are.
map.
There we go.
Cool. So that's ELŽBIETA's turn.
Yes, I can get all the way up to his mist form. But I unfortunately did not take any things that let me attack ghosts. But I would kind of be like in this little corner area right here is 75 feet. It looked like when KSANA was mapping it. Would be like right on top of him basically, but I can't actually wail on him.
Sure. And his gaseous form.
Wait,
just
hold on.
keeps-
No, I can't because it was my full 3 actions. But
Cool. He's also not a ghost. He's
yeah, no.
mist. He keeps moving. He is getting closer and closer to that coffin. APRICUS. It only takes you a few feet of movement to get down here, right?
Yep, I have, I think, 10 or 5 feet of movement to get into the actual trapdoor.
Cool. And then from there, you're just in here.
So let's see how far I can go. It's 40. And I'm going off of 95 feet of movement right now. If I don't take it, then it's 60. So yeah, I'm actually going to go the full 95. 95 brings me right here.
Nice.
Fantastic. Yeah, so you just blow past ELŽBIETA and KSANA as they hit the thing.
Like, when did this guy get so fast?
You can see as he streaks by, there is, similar to what Orin had, but to less of an effect. It almost looks like his legs are bolstered by his, like a shining force.
Hell yeah. KSANA, this is your turn. You're
right,
in a room full of vampires.
Oof. Yeah, it's true. Shit. So she gets here and she's gonna take a good look at everyone in the light of her, of her halo. Just what does she see? Like, she sees these children or these teenagers. She sees some of them have been turned into vampires.
Some of them have been turned into vampires. They are like between like 18 and early 20s. Young folks, on the side, the age that, that Arena was when she died.
Wow.
So her shining oath requires you to destroy undead if if it is reasonable to do so, and the undead cannot. There isn't a peaceable way to go about it.
Mm-hmm.
My thoughts here.
They're all chained and caged. So
Yeah.
none of them are they are straining against their chains to get at you because they're like starving. But like they're not able to.
God, I think she loses one of her actions, like hesitating here.
Yeah.
And she's breathing heavily. She holds herself and says, They have not yet had a chance to decide. And she moves forward with her last action to the door.
Fantastic. Round 11, which means that heroism is over.
Yes.
Aljo Carroll completes his final movement and goes into that coffin.
Well, that just means he's corporeal now and unconscious. So
Corporeal in a heavily fortified coffin. ORIN, NÄTTSKU, that's you.
I would like to start hacking at the coffin, please.
Cool.
Actually, yeah, no. I think I'm specifically going to try and aim to remove the fortifications, kind of a vibe, because if we're going to need to get it open to get to the body.
Yeah, it's like chained up heavily.
Mm-hmm.
So you can start like smacking at the chains. Give me it's still just an attack roll. You're just trying to break the chains.
Yeah, okay. 25.
25 hits. Let me write down what you're trying to break. What you're trying to get.
Mm-hmm.
Statistics. These are built from thin steel, from chains.
Mm-hmm.
There are, we'll say, 4 sets of chains, but if you break 2 of them, you'll be able to like get at the end of the coffin more easily.
Okay.
Each set of chains has 20 hit points and a hardness 5.
Okay. So I just did 14 damage.
Yep, you just did 14 damage to 1 set of chains.
Okay. All right. Yeah, no. Attack again. I don't know. What's the chain's AC?
I don't. That's enough to hit it. The positive damage isn't doing anything though.
Yeah, no, I figured, but I can't. I'll be done raging in like a round or 2. So, so yeah.
So that'll be a hit. It's like a DC 12 to hit it because it's just
same chain.
Same chain.
So
that's 6 damage.
So that's 20. Yep.
Breaks.
Sweet. Third attack.
Third attack.
That won't do it.
That won't do it.
Okay.
ELżBIETA.
I can use 2 actions to get up next to ORIN, and then
You could probably unlock them.
I would say if I can start picking the locks for one of them.
It looks like the mechanism that keeps it locked is inside the coffin.
Shit, I can't unlock them.
There's no exterior locks.
Fair enough.
I mean, okay, then I'll just give a grunt of frustration and shoot it. No, I mean, I can shoot it or I can like swing at it with a sword.
Up to you.
Let's just shoot it.
Can't believe this man just pulled a Dio Brando.
So that would hit, but it's a nat 1, which makes it miss.
We got 1 hero point left, you know.
I mean, yeah, but it's fine. I think she's just like really too frustrated to think about that right now.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Cool. Aldrich, he's just chilling. He's just in his coffin. He's living.
Taking a nap.
Taking a nap, just healing. Yeah. APRICUS, that's you.
Oh, if only this stupid idea of mine was something that I was actually willing to do. I won't do it, though. Instead, I will enlarge ORIN.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, have a little size, my friend.
Plus, what you're in bigger than my token. Yeah.
Yes.
And then along
You
with
are,
that,
you are rubbing the top of your head against the ceiling.
That's fine.
sorry for the discomfort, he says as he strides on into the head of the coffin.
Fantastic. KSANA, that's you.
All right. With all 3 actions, she gets just within reach of the coffin.
All right. Round 12. Or a NÄTTSKU.
Alrighty. I'll keep doing as I've been doing. Is that just hit?
It's a nat 1, so it misses.
Fine.
That'll hit. As will that, and that'll break another chain.
Sweet. Chip, chip, chip away.
Yep.
Chip away. You can now start doing damage to the coffin itself, though you wouldn't be able to open it with the rest of the chains on there.
Yeah, no,
I'll just
focusing
show
on the chains. It's all
the
good.
coffin itself. Coffin is kind of maybe a misnomer. It's more of a sarcophagus because it's made of stone, and that's the
Ugh.
hardness is 7.
Damn.
Duly noted.
ELżBIETA.
Oh, okay, well, I'm gonna shoot at it again.
All right. Bam. Is that another chain?
Yes.
Cool. That would be a crit. Items don't get crit on, so that's just 15 damage. Bang. It now has 5 hit points left.
I'm gonna reload and I'm gonna aim at APRICUS, do you have like area spells that you'd be able to hit this with? So if I hit the other chain, you'd be able to get 2 chains?
In theory, I could use a lightning bolt to do that. I also do still have flaming sphere, so.
Could you also just... Can you do 2 cantrips in a round?
I can not, but
You
I
had
have electric arc.
4 actions, but you don't.
I have electric
Yeah,
arc.
also
which
the way
can
quickened
get-
works kind of makes it impossible.
I was just thinking because the force one that you do force damage with is just a 1 action though.
It's
Oh, yes,
a
that
force
you
bolt
could-
is the problem, and that's already spent. I do
Oh,
have
I
magic
see.
missile, which does force damage. But
Either
all
can-
of my other spells are elemental of some sort, except for daze, which is mental.
Either way,
Okay, well,
ELżBIETA,
then
you
I'm
have
gonna-
1 action.
Yes, I'm gonna aim at one of the other chains just to see if I can get it weakened.
Just know that you won't be able to use your stratagem for the second one.
Yeah.
That hits.
Oh, it does? Okay.
Huh?
Why is my damage not rolling?
Because you just hit attack. The attack button.
Yeah.
So that the
Hit the damage button. Yeah.
cool. Does 4 damage to the other second chain, taking it down to 16. APRICUS.
You know, thinking about it, I do have...
Yeah, do a lightning.
Your bottled lightning.
Lightning bolt.
No, actually, I have something that might be better. Is there a loose, unattended object within range that has 1 bulk or less?
Oh, absolutely.
Like any of my bullet.
Oh yeah, there's all sorts of bullets all over the place.
Hey!
Nice.
Just gonna
That
claim.
destroys that chain.
And, I mean, I've got some, punching this would not do anything. APRICUS is not strong enough for that.
APRICUS just slaps it. Gets a nat 20.
God, if only. Yeah, I don't have any other real one-action spells that would really do much to this.
You could punch it with your fist.
I could
You
punch
won't
it with
ever
my fist. It would
Can you
hurt.
do more than 5 damage?
No.
Yeah, then you would just hurt your hand.
Is there a way for me to recall knowledge about the situation to maybe help
Oh.
at all?
Sure, yeah, make a vampire lore check.
Here we go. Okay, it was worth a shot.
Yeah, you
Always.
don't. You're a little frazzled. It's been a long fight. KSANA.
KSANA gets around to the other side and slash down on that last chain.
Oh yeah, give it a go.
1 and 2.
Fantastic. So that is 14 and 11, total of 25 minus 10, 15 damage. This thing is holding on by a thread. A micron
All right.
of connection. Round 13.
That one chain link that's like straining super hard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Crack.
Destroyed. Too bad you didn't take cleave. You could have continued on to the next one.
I took it. I dropped that so I could take a moment of clarity, which I may not even get to use this session, but you know what? It's fine.
What is
Start
Lauren's
attacking the
character?
sarcophagus.
Can we not push the lid off?
Can we just open it though?
No, can we just open
You are big.
Yeah.
You've already hit it, so you score a big strike against it.
And then somebody else can say, "Hey, Orin, why don't you?" I'm still hasted,
Oh,
so
you're still hasted.
which I forgot. But yeah, I don't have a macro set up for a fourth attack. so
Force
that's-
it open.
It's a
Yeah.
coffin. Open it, please.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
will.
you're
All three of us are like, no, just push.
Okay, in which case I will very sort of almost reverently hand. No, I'll just pop it next to me for a moment, or on the floor by my feet, the Harvester's Edge down, so I can attempt to shove open the.
Cool. That's gonna be an athletic checks to force open the coffin. Gonna be hard.
Oh, I'm already at a -10.
Well, it's not an attack to force something open,
Oh, okay. Wicked then.
but you are at a -2 if you don't have a crowbar.
That'll be a 23 then.
Cool.
Yeah,
Which
I
is
didn't
not
take
enough.
crowbar.
Okay. Do you have a
Wait,
crowbar?
I do have a crowbar.
I still
well,
don't think a 25
Yeah.
might not have been enough.
Yeah.
You can hand it to me for the next go if you.
But yeah, okay, because you wouldn't have had access to it on your turn anyway. It is now
Yep.
Elżbieta's turn.
Oh wait, I've still
I-
got in theory third strike if I wanted to.
Oh,
we're
yeah,
out of
I guess we're just here.
Yeah. No, I will hang fire and just try to get the coffin open with
Okay.
everybody. That's me.
Hey,
I will forego my
um,
last action.
Yeah, I'll just like shrug off the backpack and then pull out the crowbar. I don't have enough athletics to be able to do this conceivably, but I'll just like shove it into Orin's hands and then have a stake at the ready.
Yeah, we can keep whittling away in the meantime.
Fantastic. APRICUS, that's you.
Since I am also not strong enough, I will continue the whittling. And
Whittle away.
swam with another telekinetic projectile.
Cool. That does another 6 damage, taking the thing down to 14. It's starting to show cracks and chips. It's starting to be like pretty worn down.
Yeah.
KSANA.
All right. I'd like to be ready to aid Orin,
Fantastic.
but otherwise I will attack it twice as in addition to that.
All right.
All right.
You might just break. Cool. So it's 2. So 22 minus 14 is what?
Eight.
Another 6 damage.
6.
8 damage.
6. I'm bad at math.
6. Okay. So yeah, it's looking really rough. It's like you're seeing like holes starting to form in it as round 14 happens. KSANA, you roll your aid first. No help.
Doesn't
but
help.
No penalty. And Orin, roll athletics to force this thing open.
Motherfucker.
I'll use my hero point and just
Okay.
like be like, all right, just help give them a little bit of leverage.
It's just like, no, when you're breaking into something, you want to aim.
Yeah. No,
You
no,
just, like,
you gotta go
adjust-
like this.
Yeah, no, you adjust the position of the crowbar. Just like, no.
At least
All
we outside
right.
the tutor here, yeah.
34. Nat 20.
You wedge this crowbar into the sarcophagus of Aldrich Errol, the man who has been bleeding this parish dry, and with all your strength, your muscles bulge beneath your nice soft clothes and just tear it off. It goes in pieces around the sarcophagus as the unconscious form of Aldrich Errol lies in a velvet-lined box within.
Well, that was one action. I'm going to pick up the Harvester's Edge.
Mm-hmm.
And as my rage fades, because it has been long enough that the rage has gone, but still big, just like, do you mind if I... To ELŽBIETA. ELŽBIETA.
I honestly don't care who does it.
I will attempt to swing.
Cool.
That's a 31. No extra damage on that. To be fair.
So you
the one
raise,
extra damage, a 10.
you raise your scythe, and there is first your hands, and then 2 more hands spectral, and then 2 more hands, and 2 more white bone, black bone. And you say in 4 voices, they are the wheat and we are the reapers. The harvest has come. May Lady Moon keep us. May things that should rest remain in their slumber, and those that do rise do so in small numbers. But if legions should rise when the moon rises full, may our harvest be plenty and our blades never dull. And you strike down and remove Aldrich Errol's head from his body. ELŽBIETA, you're with your stake and a mallet, drive it through his heart, because both things need to be done. And the creature, Aldrich Errol, is removed from this world. And the parish of Rule is safe for now.
I think like ELŽBIETA just kind of like stumbles back a little bit and then drops down into onto the ground just like in a sitting position and is just like, okay.
APRICUS will go, well, I've neglected my duties for long enough. You know.
Oh, and you burn him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It catches like kindling.
Oh,
I'm
we have to get those kids out of the cages.
gonna
Hold on.
I'm gonna battle medicine myself. Because if those kids are hungry, Orin is probably the best equipped to deal with that. So
it's actually ELŽBIETA's turn. So if you want to hurry over to those cages, that is, you have the opportunity to get there before anyone else does.
ELŽBIETA, wait.
She's not listening. Yeah.
Cool.
I think I can get.
No, you it's fine. You get over there. You open that door, and already there is a change in the air. And you hear a little Corvian voice say, "Kid, we told you. We got you." And the youngsters here, vampires, full, only moments ago, with their sire destroyed.
Oh, jeez.
okay.
Have receded into Dampier status.
I think she just like sags against the doorway and sinks back down to the ground for a moment.
They look at you, still kind of wild, still kind of desperate, but the icon around your neck glows softly, and instead of terrifying them, it mollifies them.
Nice.
And they are docile enough to be freed and let out. Still some work to be done to help them, fit back into the world that they have been taken from, but not quite as much as you might have feared. As the camera zooms out from the dreadful abattoir of Aldrich Errol's estate to the dark, ostentatious shape of its estate above, to the hilly lakeside parish of Ruel, and all the way out to the sun-deprived land of Tarandaur. And things start happening faster. What happens next for the heroes of Ruel?
A nap.
Yeah, that's fair. Probably for APRICUS's part, he would take the commandeered clockwork engine with the Cloudbreak device atop it. And with the professor and with Mord and anyone else who chooses to come, prepare to parade back to Dawnbringer, because finally, in the seat of Ruel, they've come and developed the one device that he's been trying to find this entire time, something to bring the sun to the people.
It'll be tough. The Errol's certainly don't want you showing this around. They're going to try to shut it down.
Oh, of course.
But as Mort says, if people want you to shut up, that just means you need to talk more.
And for once, the advice
And there's
is
a collective of "shut up" in his direction, and he's just like,
Vindication!
the advice is appreciated, and for once, I think I'll take it.
All right. What about everyone else?
Wow. KSANA also rests for approximately 8 hours exactly. And
got her
then
internal clock on lock.
she gets up. Yep. And she gets to work. Something that is easy to mistake about KSANA is that on the surface, she looks like she is a leader. But that isn't what she does. What she does is foster people's ambitions and push them forward. She doesn't have... Her plans are limited, and she generally needs someone with an actual plan. It's one of the reasons she gets along so well with Alexei. But for her, this isn't the end of the road, and for those in Ruel who aren't satisfied with just one parish being freed, she keeps going. And she will keep going. If she can't, if she's not able to return to Coronant after these events, she will try to get words to the People's Crusade and to Kite Baywick, one of her contacts in Coronant.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
The rams, they don't stretch quite that far, but they can stretch enough to get word.
I mean, you can also hitch a
And-
ride on the machine with APRICUS.
We can make a little stop in the city.
Also, yeah, she's not looking directly. She might send you with a letter, but she's not looking to go right back. She's looking to make a wave.
I've got someone in the gardens that will appreciate the story as well.
Speaking of waves, you're certainly making them, and Soren Sutar, along with Alexei Vital, say, well, Rule, it's a solid beachhead right here on the shores of Lake Bursa, but we hear that there's a big castle over there on the lake in a tiny island that might make an even better fortification, and, well, it seems that Lord Dragomir Errol, who rules the Hydra Delta, is not quite as cagey as his brother was about the ways in which his rule is not quite right. That's a bigger
Well,
job.
But it's the next one in.
Glad to have you with us, KSANA.
I'll get word to my people. We'll see who can spare some time and join the ranks.
And I'll get mine ready. And Soren Satar claps you on the shoulder. And the curse on their neck is no longer glowing.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Orin.
Orin might hitch that ride out of town. He'll say his goodbyes. And I think to KSANA, he'll say, I'm going to come back, but when they said to me that my story is yet to be written, I don't think it's meant for just one place. People need to know about Lady Moon, about what she did here, what we did here. Not everyone is going to be able to take up arms, put faith in the right place, be that in the heavens or in each other. And I'm not as good as talking as you are, but I'm really hard to miss in a crowd, so I can at least hold people still while I talk to them. And places always need a doctor.
Spreading that word, I think, is the right thing to do. I believe that the uplifting of mankind does not need to come at the cost of faith and the cycles that keep our world aligned. I will see you again. And she reaches up. Get a hug.
Yeah,
It's actually a very strong hug.
I believe it, but they drop down to one knee and fully hug her back. And it's just I have faith in two of the most powerful women I think exist.
Oh.
And I sort of knock my forehead against yours. Just try to remember to actually sleep and eat properly. And make sure you're still in one piece when I get back.
I'll do that.
And was it Gorskian we called the language?
Gorzanyak.
Yeah.
She says it. Yeah.
And just said, just says like, you better be in that.
Yeah. Ends the hug with a grabbing the wrist handshake.
Mm-hmm.
Big, powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah. And ELŽBIETA, who I don't know if is staying or going, but ORIN will like say their goodbyes and just whisper in her ear before they go, just like, if you're not gonna do something with them, when I get back, I will. and goes to catch their eye.
She's like, Okay. Okay.
And ELŽBIETA.
Yeah, she'll be staying. She sends a letter. She writes a new letter and sends the letter with APRICUS and ORIN to go take to her mom, or to get sent off to her mom, who is across the continent. But, you know, she missed one opportunity to learn about her father, but now she at least has more information to go off of, and still more family members to kill. Destroy. And so like part of what she wants to do is indeed what she had said, is like setting up kind of a thing to be able to help people that have come out of Eldritch state, to get them all, you know, set up and back on stable footing, and how to now cope with their new status without being like, yeah, like, I can do it, you can do it, we've got each other's backs. You know, just kind of like building a foundation to be able to make that more plausible for people like them to be able to fit in. Because that was some really dramatic violin happening right now. And then we'll also join on to go attack the castle. You know, she's all about, probably like we'll like dig around through the manor's paperwork to see what else she can find, because that is kind of her deal also. But you know, trying to find clues.
Plenty of you know, formations, shipping manifests. This guy's been running this place for years now, and you've got all of his notes in the palm of your hand. Yeah.
So just kind of doing that and taking that next step forward.
I think
the next of many. Sorry.
Yeah.
KSANA.
Yeah, I think that a lot of what happens as we go forward is also that there are certain things KSANA is unable to do, especially with the people we are facing and fighting. And I think there are a lot of things that she leaves, that she leaves to have to ELŽBIETA's better judgment to do in many cases, especially when it concerns creatures that she would otherwise be forced to kill.
So
I'll always
with
take
new
that.
conviction, with new conviction and new conscience, the rams grow. No shepherd but the flock, and the flock is bigger now. A incredible, miraculous device rolling along on an armored carriage with Gatling guns, daring the establishment to tell them it doesn't exist. In Coronant, in the inner city, the undercity, a tiefling rogue information broker learns of a revolution in the south. A gardener in a university hears that a friend didn't quite stop burning people to death.
Oh, classic APRICUS! That's just like him!
Man.
Somewhere in the swamps near Grand Allage, a mud-covered lunatic chews on a frog, blissfully unaware of any of this happening.
Love that for them.
And on Lake Burta, the southernmost lake of the Hydra Delta, the revolution catches fire. But Rome was not torn down in a day, and there are many days yet to come. May our harvest be plenty. May our blades never dull. And may the sun shine on us all again. Thank you for tuning in to Sagas of the Sunless Reach, the Riddle of Rule. My name is Zachary Frederickson. You can find me on Twitter at ObfuscatingGod. The music I do at iambugray.bandcamp.com. And you can find my friends in the places that they will tell you where they are. Starting with Bitmap.
My name is Bitmap Prager, and you can find me on Twitter and Patreon at BMPrager. And you can pre-order the comic book I am drawing that is written by Emily Reisbeck and published by Cowhouse Press at, I believe, cowhousepress.com/shop/mountain. I
Something
think
like
that's
that.
it. Yeah.
I've
And
been
that's
joined by my
me.
friend Cory.
Hi, I'm Cory. You can find me on Twitter at Endless Musings. This has truly been a wonderful summer, and I thank you all for allowing me to participate in this.
I've been joined by my friend Jade.
What's up? I'm Jade. It's in constant podcast route team. You can find me on Twitter at Jade_Rose. You can find the podcasting guild for Standing Stones at Stones_Standing. You can find me and Zach on Follow the Leader. You can find me on Dumb Kids Playing Hero. You can listen to our friends talk about Steven Universe at Gay Space Rocks. There's just a lot of stuff we do. If you've enjoyed this, maybe come check us out and see some of the other great stories that we tell.
And lastly, my friend Mab.
Hi, I'm Mab. You can find me on Twitter, Tumblr, and Patreon at Little Lady Mab, doing shenanigans and telling stories. And I didn't die.
We are the heroes of rule. This has been Sagas of the Sunless Reach, the Riddle of Rule. Thank you, and good night.
Night all.
Good night.
Thanks for coming.